Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon. This is one of our biggest events, folks, and this is the second time we are broadcasting during the pandemic. We are coming to you today from the traditional territory of the Okanagan Silex people in Penticton, BC, and we are grateful to work and serve in the community on this absolutely beautiful land. My name is Chad Mielke. I'm on the board of directors here at the Child Development Center. We still have our masks on. This place is full of people milling around today. So we are still social distancing as best we can in this place. From 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock today, we are going to be broadcasting live from the OSNS Child Development Center. We're on Shaw, and we are also on, Shaw Channel 11, and we're being streamed online at www.osns.org. This is the second year that we have not been able to be with the good folks down at Cherry Lane Shopping Center. And we want to give them a huge shout out. Despite not being able to be down there, the administration at Cherry Lane Mall have been absolutely wonderfully supportive to us. And so we just want to say a great big thank you to them. Thank you for tuning in. This is a telethon. We have people here at the center tonight taking calls. We want you to call in tonight. Our goal is to raise $100,000 before we finish and sign off at 7 o'clock tonight. So the call-in number, and I'm going to tell you this number throughout the whole evening here, 250-492-0295. My fellow board of directors are sitting in the back and they are answering phone calls. And you know what? I'd really, really like to put them to work tonight. So let's start calling in, make those donations. Again, the phone number, 250-492-0295. This is the Share a Smile Telethon in support of pediatric rehabilitation services in the South Okanagan and Similkameen. And like I said to you, our goal today is to raise almost $100,000. No, we're going to go over $100,000. Let's do it again. We did it last year. We can do it again this year. So if you also go to the www.osns.org, that's where you're going to find the link to do the online auction. Many items. There's over 134. I think I had it on my sheets up front here, but 134 auction items. So this is the perfect time. Do a little bit of Christmas shopping. Get on there. Support this organization. Again, because we are social distancing, our phone panels are not in this room, but rather they're spread across the rooms throughout this whole facility. And then they're also, again, see, look at my script is so big. I got to figure this out here. Stay nice and calm. We're live, right? So we're all spread across this area, but we also have phone panelists or businesses calling from home during the call, the telethon as well. So again, we really encourage you, reach out to that phone number. I'll read it to you again, 250-492-0295. Call now. Let's get ourselves working back there. You know, folks, it's been a difficult time here in the South Okanagan, and there are many, many needs. Our hearts go out to all of British Columbians that are affected by the floods. We want to particularly send out our thoughts to the people of Princeton. OSNS provides treatment services to many children, students, and families in Princeton, and we are looking forward to seeing you again once the roads open up and the community opens up. So, with that, over the next 3 hours, I'd ask you to please stay with us. We have live and we have pre-tape performances by lots of local talent. We have visits from those who have been involved with the center for many years, and we're going to see and hear about the important work that's being done for children and families across the South Okanagan and Similkameen. You know, I'd like to give a great big shout out to the crew from Shaw Spotlight. Lily, Rob, Wayne, Kenny, Sawyer. You guys, you absolutely mystify me on how much work you put into this, and especially Lily, back and forth, helping us with all the videos. Shaw, I'm in debt and gratitude towards you. Thank you for being part of this evening. So, up first, we would like to let's start pulling some of the people in. You're going to want to meet some of these folks. I am going to invite the clinical quality lead at OSNS, Kate Smith, to join me. Kate, come on up. Okay, Kate, how you doing? That's good. I just mumbled my way through my first whole monologue. We're good now. Everything's set. All right. So for someone who doesn't know, for some of our viewers who don't know, tell me a little bit about OSNS and what happens here. I'll get you my mic though. There we go. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to talk to you and talk to all of you about the really important work that we do at OSNS. As you mentioned, we provide early child development and rehabilitation services to over 1,600 children and families in the South Okanagan and Similkameen. So those services are early intervention therapies, which is physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, and family support. We also have great $10 a day daycares in the building, a developmental preschool, and a not-for-profit autism intervention program. So lots of stuff is happening here. We have a really great team. We have over 50 staff members. They're really well trained, they're dedicated, and I think everyone who walks in this door can feel just how much we care and how hard we work to make this a warm, supportive, and welcoming place.
Awesome. Now tell me about our catchment area. How big of an area do we service?
It's pretty big. We serve South Okanagan, Similkameen, as we said, so that's Summerland all the way down to Osoyoos, so Penticton, Oliver, everywhere in between, and the Similkameen Valley, which is Costin, Kirmias, Headley, and Princeton, as you mentioned, so lots of families.
Awesome. Okay, so we've had a lot of conversation about children on a waiting list this year. Talk to me about what's happening with our waiting list.
Yes, we have waiting lists for all our programs. There are more children and families who need services than we have funding to provide those services. So waiting lists vary a little bit by program, but probably 3 times the number of children and families on our wait list than we have capacity to provide services. And that's important because it's not the wait list, it's the wait time. And that's really critical with early childhood development. The earlier you get in, the better. So the earlier the intervention happens, the better the outcomes are.
And all the more importance about this evening then.
Exactly.
Right? Perfect. Yeah. So your title, it's Quality Lead.
Quality Lead,
It sounds totally cool. What is it?
Well, quality improvement is cool, and I'm excited to be in this role. Quality improvement is important to me. It's important to all of us. We measure all of our programs against 7 dimensions of quality just to ensure that not only are we improving, but we're providing efficient and effective service. So we're really proud of how we listen to families. We try to incorporate family feedback, family perspective into our improvement so that we can shift and meet their needs as well as ensuring that all of our funding is used as best we can.
That is wonderful.
Thank you.
Kate, I totally appreciate you coming on here. You did it. You've done your part of the evening.
Thank
but
you
now
so
you're going
much.
to be busy behind the scenes, right?
I think I'm going to see you again, actually.
You probably will. Okay,
right,
very good.
you.
Now I'm going to call Megan Windler. Come on up. I don't need this because you're wired, aren't you? All right, Megan, I'm going to put this down and welcome here.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. This is we're 9 minutes in. We're humming, right? There we go.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine.
We're
Okay, so Megan, you are, I love this title, the Philanthropy Associate for the OSNS Legacy Foundation.
Yes.
What is a Philanthropy Associate?
Well, to keep it simple, Chad, so my role as a philanthropy associate is to make connections to our donors and to our community. And it's also about telling the stories about what happens here with the kids and the clinicians. It's such an amazing place, so my job is to get that story out there so people know what's happening.
Awesome. Now you're going to tell us a little bit about the online auction. You're overseeing that whole beast, aren't you?
Kind of, sort of.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay, so let's talk about the online auction here.
Okay, so it's live right now, and it's open for bidding until 7:30 tonight. And how people get involved is you can go right to our website, osns.org. And I brought an iPad here. I know people probably won't be able to see it, but there's a bright blue button at the top of the website. And once you click on that, you'll be brought to our auction website. And once you're there, there is a sign up button at the top. You enter all your personal details and then your credit card information, and then you're all set. And your card won't be charged until the end of the auction at 7:30. So you can scroll through the items. There's over 135 items, as you mentioned.
Crazy.
So thank you to all the many businesses who donated this year. It's incredible. And once it closes at 7:30, if you're the highest bidder, you will be charged and you'll pick up your item this week.
You will be charged. Now tell me, okay, so we've been live for a couple of days, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are we at right now?
We are at almost $21,000.
$21,000 has already come in on the auction, but there's 134 prizes to be won on there. So there's lots of options still. So please, get online, take a look at those auctions. Great Christmas shopping. You don't even have to go anywhere, right?
There you go.
Okay, so talk to me about this absolutely gorgeous
yes.
basket right here.
This is beautiful. So this is donated by Garden Works, and Garden Works is a longtime supporter of OSNS. They come in every year in the spring, and they help children plant vegetable gardens in our outdoor spaces. And that really helps children get that experience of developing a good relationship with healthy food. So it's a really important thing that happens each year, and we're so grateful to Garden Works for doing that and for donating this beautiful basket. So we've decided to give this away today. So for anybody who donates $50 or more, your name will be put in a raffle. And at the end of the auction, I'm going to bring on the barrel, and you're going to draw the name, and we'll announce the winner.
Okay, so we're going to jump ahead here because you're going to introduce a video for us.
I am. So the next video we're going to see, it is a wonderful, touching video, and it talks about OSNS, the service, and the importance of the work that happens here.
Perfect. Well, let's take a look.
At the end of the day, quality of care, making sure that children and their families get what they need, is about love. And then it's about using that love to consistently make ourselves better at what we do. Over 1,600 children came through the doors of the OSNS Child and Youth Development Center last year. They came with parents, grandparents, siblings, looking for support, comfort, a place to understand new information about development. There really isn't a valid counter-argument to early intervention. Helping children when they are young to develop skills, that's what builds confidence. Broad scope, it's about being able to walk and talk and understand new concepts. But on a day-by-day basis, it's about smaller victories. Being able to take a bite of something on their own, making a speech sound they couldn't make before, or pointing at something in the sky like a plane that gives joy. It's those little victories that build confidence. And it's confidence that helps you go to the first day of soccer or dance or put your hand up in class. And it's those activities, those braveries, that in turn, little by little, pave the way to happiness and a feeling of belonging. When we think of our center as a business, the product, our product, is confidence. Our official mission is to maximize the capacity of each child. But really, it's more than that. We want OSNS to be a place of goodness for all those who enter. We want involvement in our center for our team, our donors, our volunteers, and most of all, our children and families. We want that involvement to be part of becoming the highest and truest expression of who we are. We want to consistently reflect on why we do what we do, and we want to send that message of support to everyone who comes to us looking for help. Whether it's giving some time, donating through an event, considering a gift to the endowment fund, or just visiting and taking an interest, we invite you to join us.
Hey there, all right, welcome back. And I'm joined on stage here by Hanneke Button. She is with the Kiwanis Club. Now, Hanneke, you just found out you were coming on stage on a live presentation. So, you know what, kudos to you, and we're gonna help you through this whole thing. Glad to have you here. You're with the Kiwanis. Tell me a little bit about Kiwanis and why the involvement with OSNS.
Kiwanis is a club where focus is basically serving children of the world. So our focus is to help children within the community as well as all over the world, but mostly within the community. So our club has been in existence for over 75 years, and we have about 15 members, and so that's what we work hard at. And lately it's been literacy. We've got some projects going with books for babies, a grade 2 book program, as well as we do one-to-one reading with kids at Parkway School.
Wonderful. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the trivia night.
So a few years ago, we decided to do a trivia night, and we were looking for a good recipient of our funds and found that OSNS was a perfect fit for what we were interested in doing and how we could help. And so with a little help from OSNS as well as our organizers, we put together a trivia night with 100 questions and teams of 4 people, and we raised a couple $1,000s, and so that was excellent. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
You guys made a donation to the OSNS earlier in the year. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So we did have some funding that was made available to us to help with a product or something that was needed by OSNS, and so Manisha was very good to come up with something that you needed, and we were able to donate $1,000.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You guys have been partners with us for quite some time, and we're just thankful that you came out tonight, and you did a great job, even getting hauled in here at the last minute. So
thank you. We're really, really happy to help.
Thank you, and we appreciate you coming out tonight. I'll take the mic back, and you go have a wonderful evening.
Thanks.
All right. So, guys, it is now time to pick up those phones and get them ringing. The phone number again to dial in for our telethon is 250-492-0295. Remember, our goal is to raise $100,000 tonight. So we are going to welcome a bunch of our senior residences in town. If you're watching online, hello, folks. We are thrilled that you are watching from wherever you are in your senior residences. You've been involved with us for many, many years, a 42-year history. And so the room I'm standing in is a testament to a long-time support. And so I would like to invite Edwin Kale to the stage right now. He is the Chancellor Commander from the Knights of Pythias, a longtime service club and a champion of the OSNS. Come on in, Edwin. It is good to see you again. We did this last year. You remember?
We did.
Good. All right. So I want to start by sharing an amazing fact about you guys. The Knights of Pythias have supported the OSNS and the important work here for children every year for 42 years.
That's right.
That's incredible. Do you know the Knights initially got involved with helping children? Or tell me how you got involved with helping children in the South Okanagan. And I'm going to grab my mic. I keep forgetting my mic. There you go. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your involvement in the South Okanagan with the children.
Well, we've always, I supported the children in the South Okanagan. We got involved with the OSNS when they were building this room.
This room is you provided this room for us.
Yeah, well,
right?
At the time we had a paper drive in Penticton, where we picked up and sold paper.
Okay.
And we raised about $300,000 through that drive.
Wow.
Over the years, over 2 decades. And a lot of it went into this room.
Now, and what you can't see, folks, is that this room it's a gym, and it's a gym that helps these children kind of get active and dexterity, and it is an amazing facility. And so we are eternally grateful to you folks for your involvement over the years. So tell me a little bit about the Knights of Pythias. You have an amazing history.
The Knights of Pythias are a fraternal organization that was started just after the Civil War, when a group of men decided that they wanted to put the United States together again, the North and the South, and to help them reunite. So they formed the Knights of Pythias.
Wow.
And it's founded on the principles of benevolence, fraternity, and charity.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, you are here to present a check tonight as well, aren't you?
Yes, with $1,000.
All right, so let's turn this around. Here we go. $1,000 from the Knights of Pythias, one of our long time supporters. 42 years and counting. We'll do this again next year, right?
Probably.
Sounds good, hey? Hey, I appreciate you being here tonight, and thank you very much for your support. On behalf of OSNS, we are grateful.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you. I'll let you take the check off stage to the crew, and then you can head off as well. And it was wonderful seeing you.
Thank you.
We'll see you again next year.
Yes.
Okay. So, folks, again, just a reminder that our vitals here, this is the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon. We are located here at the OSNS Center. We're beside the Penticton Regional Hospital. We provide child development, pediatric rehabilitation services to the South Okanagan and Similkameen. This is a telethon, so we're calling in. We want those phone lines busy back there. So again, the number to call tonight, 250-492-0295. There are people here on hand to take your calls. You also might receive a call out of the blue today from one of our panelists, whether it be some of the businesses calling from home or some of the folks here. So again, just be ready for a phone call. At this point now, we are going to introduce an early intervention video. Let's go take a look.
So my name is Emma Haynes, and I'm a speech-language pathologist here at OSNS. I work in our early intervention center with children ages 0 to 6, and I also work in our autism intervention program. We serve families in the community here in Penticton, but also in surrounding communities, Osoyoos, Karameas, Oliver, and others as well. And we have a range of disciplines here at the center. I am a speech pathologist, so we call ourselves an SLP, but I also am very lucky to work with my physiotherapy colleagues, my occupational therapy colleagues, and our family support workers who all work to help our families who come to the center. Many people don't know what an SLP does until they need our services. So in sort of a broad nutshell, we are looking at a range of skills across areas of speech, of language, of social communication, so how we use our language to interact socially, and our play skills. Because when we think about children 0 to 6, we are thinking about how they do their quote-unquote work, and their work is play and exploration. So we're looking at those skills as well. It's an imperative that we support our young families in early intervention in our communities, because if we don't, then we see the repercussions of that all the way through their lifespan. So we see that in our school systems, we see it in our healthcare systems, we see it in every which way. And what we know about young families is that they're vulnerable. There's a lot going on in the life of a young family. There's a lot to know. It can feel very daunting. And if we don't have a village supporting those families, and if we're not part of that village, then we see the impacts of that elsewhere, and it's very, very difficult for them. Many of the families who come to us are either coming to us because they have questions or concerns about their child's development, or because they don't know very much and they're looking for some advice as to what to look for in their child's development writ large. And so much of that falls into what is sort of typical development. Sometimes that looks like delays. Sometimes it falls outside of what is typical development, and that's really where we need to support our young families if that is the case. So we are always, I feel like the sort of central thrust of what we're doing here at OSNS is to try and empower families with the knowledge, the skill set, those practical skills, and the sense of community that's really essential for healthy families to be healthy families. To take home with them and practice at home and really build their confidence as parents, because parenting is hard. And so we are always working with parents first and foremost, parents and caregivers first and foremost, to lift up those skills and help them be confident so that they know what to do when they're outside of the center.
Perfect, and welcome back. And I am joined on stage here by Sue Blackwell and Greta Henning from the Quota International Club of Penticton. Welcome, you two. Thank you for coming out. Now, I understand your club used host a full turkey dinner for the volunteers during this telethon. Is that true? I'm going to start with you. You can hold that. And
yes. In actual fact, we have been Quota International chartered in 1984, and we have been strong supporters of the OSNS and very involved with every one of these telethons ever since then.
Now, last year, there was another lady here, and I think you've sadly lost one of your founding members, right? And so we think of Joy Pinney, and I think one of you wanted to say something about Joy, and we...
Our founding member that came to Penticton, my mother, Joy Pinney, who's recently deceased, she was the founding member who gathered together 27 ladies who helped us to charter in 1984. And we've been doing things for the community for disadvantaged women and children, speech and hearing impaired, and anyone that also needs dental care and things to that effect ever since.
Awesome.
For the last 37 years.
A long time
Yes.
member.
And Joy was just a very special person that did so much for the community.
Awesome. Now, before we do a check presentation, did you want to say something, Greta?
Oh, certainly.
Oh,
Yes, thanks, Chad. Our Quota International Club is very proud to support OSNS. We have and always will do the same. And as president, this year's president, I'd like to welcome anyone who is interested in becoming involved with the service club to maybe contact OSNS and get the particulars of how to be in touch. We'd love to invite you, even just out for one meeting to see what we do. We're a fun group of people. We're a small group and can use lots more volunteers, and so we're just asking you if you'd like to come out. So.
That's wonderful. You know, as I've done this now, I think this is my third year doing this. We keep these organizations, and they're so fundamentally a huge part of our community, but they are also aging out in a lot of cases and need new members. And so if you're interested in being involved with Quota, again, please call us at the OSNS. We'll get you the information to get a hold of these fine ladies here.
and our meetings are being held by Zoom.
Easy, hey?
Yes,
Yeah.
especially during COVID, but we think we're going to keep it up because our members come from Kelowna, West Bank,
All over.
Down in Oliver, and we just find that the Zoom meetings, if we have, you know, a Zoom meeting once every 3 months and then get together for a fun Christmas party or summer party, it's great.
Very good.
But in Quota, we choose who we give our money to, and OSNS is one of the top of our list, yes.
All right, so let's talk about a check presentation. I'm holding it right here. I'll spin it out. You guys hold it.
Thank you very much.
Am I holding it up right? There we go. So $2,000 from Quota, and again, yeah, there it is. We just want to say a great big thank you to you guys.
And I would like to say, you know, we're a very small service group, Quota International, but we would like to put a challenge out to all you other service groups to meet or beat our donation today. And if you do, call your donation in before the end of the night and tell them that Quota got you to call, so you'll go on our list for
Quota sent you. Quota sent you. There you go. All right, ladies, thank you very much for coming out. You're always welcome to be here every year, and we're thrilled.
Thank you very much. And I just wanted to say one more thing, and that is COVID has put us in such a hard position. I know you've had to scale down your telethon in terms of how many people show up and everything. Let's just remember to be kind to each other, not just this day, but every day.
Awesome. Great words to live by. Thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, Jack.
Our crew will see you off there. All right. Okay, so if you are just tuning in, you are tuning in to the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon here at the OSNS Center. There is an online auction as well with over 135 items up for bidding. This is our main fundraiser for OSNS, and we want to raise about $100,000 tonight. So again, please call in. 250-492-0295 is the number. And now we are going to go to a video. It's the OSNS staff video.
I started in September of 1993, so I've been here a really long time, and I still love my job. Like it's a calling. An early childhood educator is my calling, and I love working here. You know, I was describing infant toddlers and how they explore and learn something, and you see them develop right before your eyes, and you see them explore something they've never seen before, and just that wonder, you know, that sense of wonder that children get as they're learning.
I think that we are among some of the luckiest types of clinicians that are out there. Our work is very fulfilling. We have a really wonderful team here, and we have lots of combined expertise, you know, between all of the various disciplines that we have. And there is so much fulfillment that comes from working with young families and from being able to really see a shift happen, you know, in a parent's mindset, or seeing something work for the first time where it's really been such a challenge, and suddenly you see something click.
That's why we do this job. We want to see children meet their maximum potential in their development, and really essentially, you know, we just want to see these kids and these babies live their best life possible, and if we can support them with their movement challenges or their physiotherapy needs, that's all we can ask.
Seeing children learn new skills is the best part of my job. It's absolutely amazing the first time a child's able to ask for something, maybe in a full sentence, or to tell their sister they want to turn instead of hitting her. And it's so amazing to see the pride, and it's also so amazing to see how much easier life is for that child and for that child's family.
That was a pretty powerful video. Thank you to the staff for doing that. I am on stage now with Stacey Gagnon. She is the chair of the OSNS Board of Directors. Stacey, thanks for being out here. We are probably already about 8 minutes behind on our schedule, so hey, we're going to talk fast, right? So we know what we're talking about.
We'll talk fast.
So tell us about the Board of Directors and the Volunteer Board.
So the Volunteer Board is an amazing group of people, and they come from they're a hugely diverse group of people in the community. We have a really good mix from different sectors. We have a couple of people from the medical industry. We have a couple of people from the financial industry, and they're just and we have the school district. We have a parent, we have business people. It just makes it so that we can bring all of our skills and be so well-rounded. And it's a very concisive group that really works, a cohesive group that works very well together.
So just like Quota was saying, they do all their meetings on Zoom, and we are kind of the same, aren't we?
We are, absolutely. And that's been a challenge, because the energy that you get from being in a room with people and having round tables is different than being on a Zoom meeting. But the challenges, you know, from the past 2 years of having board meetings virtually, I think we've been very successful, and we really are working together well.
On a good note, I haven't actually worn pants to a meeting in about a year and a half. So it's, Zoom's great.
That's great.
So tell me a little bit about the Pasta Factory and what's happening with the Pasta Factory.
So we're so fortunate. Every single year, the Pasta Factory donates a dinner to the panel that earns the most money and most donations. And so we just want to give a huge shout out to the Pasta Factory and their staff and the owners for that generous donation.
Awesome. Now we're going to be talking throughout the evening as we go along, but
yep.
I'm gonna shoo you off, and I'm gonna invite Katie Ball to the stage now.
Awesome.
So,
All right, we'll get
thank
to chat.
you. All right, I'll take that mic and I'll call Katie up. Okay. Katie, where are you? There you are. How are you? Good. I will hold this. Is this your first time on camera on a live thing?
Yeah.
Oh, bring it on. Hey, we'll be fine. All right. So now there is something special about the fees that parents have paid here at the center. Now you're with the early childhood education. So talk to me a little bit about the fees some of the parents have been paying.
Yeah, so we've been doing the prototype for the $10 a day childcare.
There you go.
And so that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, and parents are happy, hey?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's been really life-changing for a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's just a really positive effect.
Yep, very good. Now, you have a vibrant program here with the children, and art is a really big deal. And so you've brought some pieces in. Now, these are part of the silent auction, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see these pieces. I want to see. So these are done by two of the children, right? Two separate children?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so two separate children. These are available to be bid on here at the in our auction item. You know what? I would bid on these now because one of these kids could be super famous someday, and you'll actually have their very first piece of art. So, Katie, we're very excited about this, and we'll watch these numbers through the night as they go. So, talk to me how it works for the therapist to be able to visit children and provide support right here in our center.
Well, it's really awesome because the therapists have a chance to come down and we can talk with them and see what their goals are and implement that also in our programs. So it's really awesome to be able to do that and have that collaboration.
Very good. Okay, so we are going to now take a look at a clip, and you're going to set it up here for us. So talk to me about this clip.
Okay, this clip is our program manager, Ginny Weston, and she is describing some of our programs here at the center.
Very good. All right, let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Ginny Weston, and I'm the coordinator of the Early Childhood Programs at the Child Development Center here. We have 4 different programs that we operate here. One is the preschool program, and the preschool program is for children from 2.5 to 5 years old. It's a setting where children are learning through play all the skills that they need to grow and carry on to kindergarten. So we work hard on helping them to connect with each other, learn how to play, how to make and be a friend, how to solve problems that come up. And then there's also an inclusive aspect to our program. So we include children who may need support in different areas of their development along with their peers. We work closely with the therapist in the center at the Child Development Center here, and the team all together provides a sort of cohesive plan for the children. It's a wonderful sort of seamless preschool because we include all of those things as well as the family's ideas. So lovely, lovely preschool program. Also, we have a 3 to 5 daycare program that is a full day program for families who are working. Again, it's an inclusive program. It's also a program that's the $10, we're a prototype for $10 a day daycare, so it's very affordable for families. Again, we learn through play. It's focused on building skills through play. The educators are right there with the children, setting up environments that they can touch and do and play and learn from, and then helping them with their social connections, with problem solving, getting their needs met, helping also with language development, physical development, emotional skill development, those kinds of things. And then we have the infant toddler programs. We have 2. One's licensed for 8 children, one for 12, and these are the young little ones. They're so sweet, and we just love having our infant toddler program running. It's nice to go down there and just have a cuddle with the little ones once in a while, but they're just so amazing. Everything is new to them. The world is opening up before their eyes, and they're just learning like little sponges. So we set up the environment for play, for them to explore and learn and touch and try everything. And it's such a joy to be able to do that for the families. So those are the 4 programs that we offer here.
Perfect. Welcome back. Wonderful video. Thank you, Ginny. Ginny's also my stage manager here tonight, and my faith is in you tonight. So, hey, this is the donation, our little mailbox here. And so when I pop it open, I can actually share with you some of the donations that we have received so far tonight. And so I just want to do a quick shout out to some of these folks. And we got the Penticton Foundry, $2,000 donation. John Serkan, Dr. John Serkan, $2,000 donation. Trellis, Brendan, I'm going to butcher your last name, Brendan, $100 from you. Roberta Welsh, $200 as well. And then the REMAX agents have come through, $1,350 from the REMAX agents. So again, a great big shout out to our donations thus far. On stage here, I'm going to slide over this way if I can, and I'm going to get a mic now for Jordan. And Jordan, this is so funny. You just told me how to pronounce your last name, and I've forgotten from here to there.
That's all right.
Pronounce it for me again.
Byteller.
Byteller. Jordan Byteller. You are one of the physiotherapists here at the center, right?
I am.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your job, and I'm going to let you hold that
for sure.
so I can flip my pages.
Yeah, so As Chad said, my name is Jordan. I'm a physiotherapist here. I work with kids to help with their movement. We work on skills like their ability to walk up and down stairs, their ability to jump, their ability to catch, kick, and throw a ball. We'll work on their strength, their balance, and their coordination.
Very good. Okay, so what is this piece right here that we're looking at? I don't know if the cameras can see it, but there's a plank on the floor.
There is a plank right here. So this is a balance beam. This is a piece of equipment we use quite frequently in our sessions. Many kids require this to assist with their balance. So today we're going to get you to walk across the balance beam, but it looks a little too easy for you.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to pick up a couple objects along the way.
Dude. Yeah, okay.
But you're going to have to maintain your balance, okay? So this is kind of a life into our children's
All right, here we go.
balance. So I'm going to put it right here, here, and here.
This will be terribly embarrassing if I cannot do this, and these wonderful children
That's
can.
all right.
All right, bend down, pick
Yeah,
it up. One.
Good.
Easy peasy. And two. And three.
Perfect. Good
Piece
job.
of cake.
So a little bit more difficult than just, walking across the balance beam.
I actually appreciate you this is what the point of these kind of telethons is, to show some of the folks what we do here and how we help these children. So now, what are we about to see? We're doing a video here. What's the video we're going to see?
The video is a little bit more of a description of what entails the physiotherapy department at OSNS.
Very good. All right, let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Jordan Byteller. I am a physiotherapist at the OSNS Child and Youth Development Center. At OSNS, physiotherapy works with children in different departments, including the early intervention program as well as the autism intervention program. Physiotherapists will work with babies and children for a variety of different reasons. Some of these reasons might include children that are at risk for developmental challenges, who were born premature. Some other reasons include assisting babies with their head shape. They might have some tightness or weakness in their neck muscles. Physiotherapists are considered movement specialists. So if your child has difficulty with movement, we often are involved. Physiotherapists will also assist with progressing a child's gross motor development. So this includes sitting skills, crawling skills, walking skills, as well as jumping and catching. We'll also deal with children's fine motor development. So this includes intricate movements with their fingers, such as grasping small objects, assisting with their cutting skills, as well as their pencil grasp. Physiotherapists are involved in a child's life, from birth until 18 years of age. Here at OSNS, we see children from birth until kindergarten entry. We can see physiotherapy outcomes within that first visit. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes we need to kind of develop that rapport with the child and their family to really see good clinical outcomes. We always want to involve the child's family if we can, because we know that clinical outcomes are much better when the family is involved. We might see the child once a week or once a month, but we know that the child lives with that family all day long. So they're going to be better to support that child. So we often want to give them home exercises to support their development as well. It's a common question we get is, what is the difference between physiotherapy and occupational therapy? And it often depends on where you're receiving your services. So some child development centers will designate physiotherapists for certain needs and occupational therapists for certain needs. Here at OSNS, the physiotherapists are often involved in the movement challenges as far as their gross motor skills, so their big movement, as well as often are needed for kind of head shape concerns or tightness in their neck muscles, tightness in their upper body and lower body, whereas occupational therapists at OSNS often work with children on their fine motor skills, just like physiotherapists, but also with their cognitive development, their behavior challenges, and other things like potty training and sleep education.
Hey, welcome back. I am on stage now joined by Christy Newman, an accomplished singer. Christy, tell me how you got involved with OSNS tonight.
Well, when my son was 2, he was diagnosed with ASD, And actually, Ginger, the lady that's putting on the event, saw me play at the Venables, and she randomly asked me to play here. And I said, well, my son actually came here for 2 years. So I got emotional walking in here because this place means so much to me and my family. It changed our whole life.
And that's part of the inspiration on the songs?
Well, not specifically
No?
the 2 songs that I'm playing, but yeah, the second song I'm going to be playing, they're both songs I've written. It's about finding hope in the moment. It's called Spring. So the first one I'm going to sing is about home, which is obviously where my little guy is home.
Yep.
But also.
There you go. All right, without any further ado, Christy Newman.
Thank you.
I've been waiting, biding my time to return to the place where the space is wide to slow down and relive that memory where I can finally exhale and breathe. Take me there where there's big skies. Take me there where my heart lies and where I just know was meant to be. Where I'm closest to heaven, closest to free. I'll soak it in, the quiet and the peace, all the beauty all around me. Go to the river, restore my soul, and I'll carry this wherever I go. Take me there where there's big skies. Take me there where my heart lies and where I just know was meant to be. Where I'm closest to heaven, closest to free. And every day there is the best day, and every single moment is well spent. And the magic of that place is lost on me. I won't forget, won't forget. Take me there where there's big skies. Take me there where my heart lies and where I just know was meant to be. Where I'm closest to heaven. Take me there where there's big skies. Take me there where my heart lies and where I just know was meant to be. Where I'm closest to heaven, closest to free.
I'm going to do one more song for you. Thank you again for having me. This is just so exciting to be a part of this event. And as I was telling, what's your name again? I'm sorry. Chad, when I was telling Chad, the next song I'm going to do is about finding hope in the moment and being present and knowing that winter is always going to end and spring's coming. So, spring.
The sun, it shines again. I feel it kiss my skin like the greeting for a long lost friend. I feel will change and that cold winter will fade away and the spring will come and show a face. You better hold it tight. She's gonna slip away. And flowers are blooming now, and the birds are singing out loud, and there's beauty all around. I feel alive, and the grass is plenty green on whatever side of the fence I may be, 'cause I'm thankful for these moments given to me, 'cause you're alive. Just like the season, life will change and that cool winter will fade away and the spring will come and show a face. You better hold it tight. It's gonna slip away. So beautiful every way, so fleeting, just wanted to stay. Just like the season, life will change and that cold winter will fade away and the spring will come and show a face. You better hold it tight. It's gonna slip away.
Thank you, Christy. That was an amazing performance, and we are absolutely delighted to have you here. It is kind of neat to get back to a little bit of semblance of normalcy with live performers, and again, we just want to thank you. So right now, we are going to, what is this? Is it coming in? Bring it in. Let's see this. We're going to focus right here if we can, guys. All right. Nice. All right, so this is Megan Thompson from Parker's Chrysler, and Megan is, hey, we're thrilled to have you here. I know you're it's nervous in front of live TV, so I'll guide you through all this. Now, what is this? And why is this, I really got to learn how to remember this. So you hold that nice and close to your mouth there,
okay.
And then tell me what this is. It's one of our auction items, isn't it?
It is, yes. We're donating this Jeep for you guys to auction off, and hopefully you can make a lot of money. A little Power Wheels Jeep. We have the little remote here to mom and dad to steer.
That is awesome. Now you did one of these for our golf tournament too, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
You did,
yeah.
and one of the winners actually I think is even going to be here later on tonight.
Fun.
So I'll end up talking to him about it. But you guys have been instrumental and supportive of the OSNS for years, and we just want to say a great big thank you.
Thanks.
And I don't think I can get in this though, can I? So
no.
It's just going to be for a bear. So what we want to say to you tonight is thank you. We want to encourage you right now. There is an auction on, and there's 134 items. This is one of them. What an amazing Christmas present for one of the children.
Absolutely.
Or the child. You don't want to split this between a bunch of kids, do you? So
no.
again, get online, osns.org, and you can jump on, you can do all that bidding. I can look at the number here right now. We're actually at $21,563 just through the auction. So Megan,
yes.
We want to say thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you for
having us. You did well.
us.
You drove this in here. That's all you needed to
My
do,
son
right?
has one of these, and I have a lot of practice.
You got it. There you go. Well, thank you very much for coming by. I will take the mic, and I'm going to test your skills on backing this thing up. Can you do it? Show me your skill. Okay. All right. There's awesome. We have a very quick message here. Richard Cannings couldn't be with us tonight, but he sent us a message by, and we just want to kind of say it here. This is from Richard. I'm so sorry that I can't be in Penticton to take part in this year's live telethon, but I wanted to pass on my best wishes to the OSNS for all their vital work you do for the community, for children, and for families. It's always inspiring to visit you and hear from the staff and parents about the difference you make in young lives. Thank you for all that you do, and I know that our community will be generous in support for your telethon tonight. Richard, we thank you for this kind message. During the time of pandemic, we knew we could give you a call, and you took all our phone calls here. And so I know Manisha and the staff here were honored by your service and help for us. So we thank you for that. At this point, I would like to welcome onto the stage Bob Coombs and Joyce Erickson of the Penticton Sunrise Rotary. Hello, Joyce. How are you, Bob? It's good to see you again. We seem to do this every year now, so it's kind of fun, hey? So I'm going to hand you guys a mic, and I'm going to get you guys to speak a little bit about what it is the Sunrise Rotary has been up to. So tell me some of the, whoever wants to speak first, you guys can fight over the mic, hey? So.
Well, obviously with COVID, we've had problems with fundraising. Our traditional car show and book sale and so on, we've had to cancel and postpone them. So last year we did a raffle before Christmas, 24 days of Christmas, and so some of the funds that we raised from that, we're here to make a presentation of our donation from that, and we're pleased to do that. In addition, we had some of our members today making phone calls, and awesome. And we also got a number of pledges too.
Very good. Now, for the audience that's watching this online, this group is kind of the workhorse group behind the OSNS, and I want to highlight some of the activities here. During COVID, you helped renovate the family workshop and youth area, LINK, in the lower level of the facility. When the pandemic hit and we needed an outdoor treatment area, the Sunrise crew built an outdoor treatment area. The Sunrise crew built the gazebo that was generously donated by Rona. When the center began to reopen in-person treatment, the Sunrise crew was here again, sanitizing the building and giving areas a fresh coat of paint. They also painted colorful lines out in our parking lot, reserved for families who attend here, so that children with developmental challenges can be closer to the building. You were also one of the only service groups that requested our staff come and educate them about autism so that they can have a better understanding and promote compassion in the community. So we say this every year. You guys are the workhorses behind us, and we are absolutely grateful to you. So you had a phone. You were also doing a phone panel today, and you did the raffle in the month of December. Can you talk about that? What's happening with that raffle?
Well, with the raffle, that was actually from last year's proceeds, okay. But we are running the same raffle again this year. So ticket sales close on Tuesday.
Very good. And so you also support families with our Christmas hampers. And the center here pairs up community groups, businesses, book clubs, even groups of friends and families who could use some support in getting some gifts under a tree. So you've graciously allowed a raffle ticket for each of those hampers, another wonderful generosity. And you've got a very large thing here in front of you. Let's flip it over, and what do we got? We have a check for $2,500.
A check for $2,500. In addition, our volunteer panel
plus all those
raised $1,970 in pledges.
Oh, you guys are wonderful. We don't say this enough to you, and we just got to keep echoing it over and over again. We are so indebted to you and your support of this organization. So thank you.
Well, we are
Joyce,
really
did you want to say
pleased
anything?
to support you.
Oh, Chad, you've done all the talking.
I did. I'm so sorry. I'm thrilled that you actually came out. You weren't on my list at the beginning, so I was excited when I saw it. So, hey, you guys have a wonderful evening, and again, we thank you for your support.
For everyone out there watching, get to Wallace out
and
support them.
Totally. All right. Thank you. So the OSNS is all about children, and the children helping children is a beautiful aspect of what goes on here at the center. We have youth who come in to volunteer. We have groups like our next one who put their performing talents towards supporting children. Again, we are broadcasting to you from the traditional unceded territory of the Okanagan Syilx people, and we are honored to be on this land. We don't have them here as our guests tonight, but I do want to introduce a video that we are going to look at. It is done by the Utma Skelu Cultural School up on the Penticton Indian Band. And we have connections to our First Nations community here at the OSNS, and we are proud to work with them. So normally we'd be talking about the video, but we're going to jump right to the video. This is the children singing in their language up there at the Utma Skelu School. Let's take a look. Hey there, welcome back. I am now with Wes Campbell from the Summerland Hospital Auxiliary. Wes, your group has been instrumental with the OSNS for years as well, and one of our longtime supporters. So, you know, you are actually one of our, probably our longest supporter, and you recognize that pediatric rehabilitation is a medical health care service. Not acute, but time-sensitive nonetheless. They have funded specialized equipment such as standing frames, pediatric walkers, amplification loops for children with hearing loss for many years. So tell me a little bit about the Summerland Hospital Auxiliary.
Well, we have been donating to OSNS since 1995.
Wow.
And of course, the donations were a lot smaller in those days. And right now, our principal donation is going towards buying a new X-ray for the Summerland Hospital. So that's our major project right now.
Yeah, very good. So how many members? You have a very large group, if I remember correctly.
We have 194 members.
That's crazy. 194 members. Well done. So type of projects you support, other than the piece of machinery at the hospital, what else are you guys involved with?
We used to support pathways.
Yep.
The cancer car, anything to do with cancer usually. We did some cancer research in Kelowna just last year, and anything to do with healthcare.
And a vital part of our community. And so I see a check sitting off to the side here. We're going to slide it on, and I'm going to flip it up, and you're going to tell me a little bit about this here. Here, are we ready?
We're ready.
Holy cow, that's a big one.
Well, we were asked to donate for a couple of pieces of equipment, and it came out to $10,000, so this is our donation.
Oh, my word. A $10,000 donation here from the Summerland Hospital Auxiliary. Wes, it is always fun having you here every year. I enjoy seeing you, and hey, we appreciate this. We are indebted to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, I'll hand that check off to the crew that way, and I will take that microphone back. And now I'm going to invite Kathy Cunningham to the stage and a couple of skippers. Here we go. Okay. You're Kathy. You are? Thomas. Thomas, welcome here. So you guys have performed at the group for a number of years, right? But we've had to be creative, haven't we, over the last little bit. So talk to me about the Spinners. What is this group?
We're called the Black Widow Rope Spinners, and we are a competitive jump rope team based out of Penticton. And this year we have 18 jumpers ranging in the age of 9 up to my age, which I won't reveal. And
29. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so how did the name come about?
I started the team at a school I was teaching at, and then when I left there, we wanted to keep the team going, so I needed a name. So I put a number of names out to the group, and we wanted something that had something to do with the Okanagan. And of course, we have these lovely critters, black widows, around.
Yep.
So, and it was different from all the other jump rope team names. So it just stuck, and we've had it since.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to jump over to you. How long have you been skipping?
I've been jumping since the year the team started, so this is my 18th year competing.
18?
Yeah. So
Holy cow,
we started,
all right.
Yeah, the team started 18 years ago.
How much work to learn all this?
A lot, about 18 years.
18 years worth, eh? And still learning.
Yeah, always new experience. Working on some new stuff earlier today, too. So.
Awesome. Okay, now I've been told, see, when I got it, see, that scares me when he's standing there with the skipping ropes, because I was told I'm going to have to learn how to do some skipping. And when Manisha told me I was going to do this, I'm like, what have I done to you to make you mad at me? So I guess I'm learning how to skip now. So
it's not a punishment.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, this body does not skip. All right, but let's. I want to see what you guys. Let's show me. Show me. All right, I'm going to put the microphone down. I'm going to put my script down. They're going to show me something, and then we're also going to be watching a video here in a couple minutes as well. So
I have a rope here for you to use as well. Oh, I just tied it all up in a knot.
That's okay. We're like 10 minutes behind already, so no panic.
I had it put away all
You don't know how much time we spend
untangling ropes. I know, hey?
Yes.
And we're almost there. I had it all set up nicely, too.
Okay.
So, I'm going to start with it behind you.
All my friends and family watching this online, I hope you enjoy this right now. Okay.
So, all it is we want to keep our hands low.
Yep.
We want to bring our just over top, and you're just going to catch it under your toes first.
Okay.
Good.
Beautiful.
So if you notice, you lifted your toes right when it hit the ground.
Yep.
Which is perfect. So the next,
that's okay. We'll spread out.
The next time you go for it, as soon as it hits the ground, you're just going to give it one jump, and then let it come back around and catch it.
All right.
Hey, there we go.
Don't look at your feet.
Yeah.
Don't look at the feet, right? Oh, nice, hey?
Good. You're natural.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, show me something else. I want to see you do something here quickly. Okay. Do your thing, and then we're going to introduce a video.
I'll start.
Oh, dude.
It's a little different.
We're all going to get whipped. That is awesome. I can do all that, but I just don't want to show anybody up here. So
You're not in athletic.
I'm not in the proper clothing. I should probably be wearing a sports bra. Okay, Kathy, tell me about what we're going to be watching here in a second.
Okay, we brought down a group. We had about 9 jumpers come down, and we haven't performed for a while just due to the COVID situation, so it was great. They were very excited. And they did a short demo introducing, they had some group routines, single routines, pairs, and they did some double dutch. So it just shows some of the things that we do in our practice time.
Awesome. All right, let's take a look. Hey, welcome back, Black Widow Skippers. That was absolutely amazing. Well done. Hey, I'm with Peter McIntosh, and we are you are the treasurer of the recently formed OSNS Legacy Foundation. So this is big news, and tell me a little bit why it was set up.
Well, Chad, the new OSNS Legacy Foundation, it's a brand new organization. And, you know, the main purpose is to create an endowment fund. So we're trying to raise money that's going to create an endowment fund that's going to basically facilitate the economic stability, long-term economic stability of the center. You know, we're trying to create a stable revenue source that is going to alleviate some of the need for fundraising. The telethon's great, but it'd be nice to have a nice sustainable source here.
Yeah, you think about it, the more that we do a lot of fundraising, board and staff are involved, and to actually free them up to go and actually work with children totally makes sense. So,
yeah, that's a wonderful point. And really, you know, there's a big number that needs to be fundraised each year, and
Huge.
and it's not to, you know, buy fancy equipment. It's just to keep the lights on.
Yep.
And so that's really one of the main reasons we wanted to try to solve this problem once and for all. Perfect. It's to raise money. And once again, just create economic stability for the center.
So tell me a little bit about the board that you set up.
Yeah, so, you know, we have a volunteer board. I'm the treasurer, so I'm a partner with Grant Thornton. We're an accounting firm. There's also Bernice Grieg, who's a recently retired lawyer. There's Dr. Kathy Gross, retired pediatrician, which the center knows well. Yep. There's Mark Mellison, who is part owner of Wildstone Construction. And our wonderful president is Tyler Chick of the Royal Bank.
Oh, so just, you know, some minor people in town, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we got the bigwig set up here. So if you're interested in any information about the Legacy Foundation, www.osnslegacyfoundation.org. And that will get you all kinds of information. You can also call the center. You can talk with Megan. Megan's been on with me a couple times tonight. She can get you more information. But we want to introduce a video here, right?
Before I do that, though,
sorry.
you know, I do want to actually, our main goal is to raise $10 million over 5 years. And so I did want to get that out there. It's an aggressive goal, but the board is really motivated to reach that goal as soon as possible.
Now, I know we're behind time here, but this is important. Tell me about the one donation that's kind of rolled in here in the last week or so.
Yeah, just a wonderful commitment by the Stay Awards family, the owners of the Tim Hortons franchises in the South Okanagan. And just a wonderful, wonderful commitment. It really just is a great jump-off point for the Legacy Foundation, really getting us momentum to really want to, once again, reach our $10 million goal as soon as possible. We really do feel the need.
Yeah, totally. Now, introduce this video here that we're going to see.
Yeah, this is a great video. In my mind, it really just, it demonstrates the profound impact that the center has in the lives of children and their families. It's just incredible. And honestly, I'd say this video really demonstrates what compels and spurs on the Legacy Foundation to want to raise this money as soon as possible and fix this problem.
Very good. All right, let's take a look.
The typical description would be that this is a child development center where we help children that are non-typically developing develop the skills and the confidence to move forward in their lives, whether that be through behavioral intervention, physical interventions, or physiotherapy interventions. As I met people that were coming through and saying, you know, I had a connection to the center personally. I personally attended, you know, when I was younger, or I had a child attend, or I had a niece or nephew attend, and then them talking about the impact and how much it meant to them. That was another level where I was like, wow, this is really, really impactful on the community.
For parents, there's that constant anxiety of, we don't know, can she do this? Will she ever be able to do this? Having my daughter meet her goals that we were able to set, that were with her, working with her strengths, was a major impact. It really gave her confidence to approach other kids and be herself.
I had a birth diagnosis with Wiley. I refused to do any of the testing while I was pregnant and found out when he was born that he had Down syndrome. And so the OSNS actually came and met us at the hospital. We ended up getting in touch with them again when Wiley was 2 months old, and we met with our speech therapist. So they were really there from the very beginning, and I felt this incredible amount of support right from the start. We've noticed so much development just with Wiley from our early intervention, whether it be through speech, physiotherapy, or occupational therapy. You know, they've all played such a really imperative role in his development.
Sometimes I see other parents, and it was very hard comparing yourself to other parents and comparing your child to other kids and being jealous of them achieving certain milestones. Sometimes I felt bad because my friend's child, who's younger than mine, is doing things before. But then when my child achieves the little things, I am ecstatic. Sometimes I felt like it was going to be just me, but it's not. There's a whole group of people surrounding my child, uplifting her to do these things. So when she does something little, but because all of us are being like it's a party and we're all applauding her and reminding her how great this little achievement is, it makes her so proud.
The purpose of the foundation is to provide the center with more financial stability. Oftentimes the operational costs and the costs related to programming and the way that it's funded has meant that our center has had to really kind of squeeze by a lot of the time to not have to worry about the fundraising aspect so much. That would be a game changer too, so that we can focus more on the clinical service providing side rather than the fundraising side so much. That's why we created the foundation and are moving forward with that, because it's a super important aspect to our center and the sustainability of our center into the future.
There's so much positivity that's out there that we can catch up on and help children with, and it's just a matter of obtaining the funding and the space to help clear those backlogs and make sure we have the right people in the right places, like OSNS, for that early intervention.
I really, from the bottom of my heart, feel like the OSNS has changed our life in so many ways, and I wouldn't be as strong a parent, and Wiley wouldn't be thriving the way that he is without it, for sure.
Everything that my child has achieved, I know it's on her, it's on me, but if we hadn't gotten the tools from OSNS, we wouldn't have gotten where we are.
Perfect. I am back here right now with Megan. Megan, this place is humming. There are people everywhere. There's kind of noise starting to happen. It's exciting. You're going to talk to me about some of these. These are some of the auction items. So Megan, take it away. Tell me what we got here.
Yes, so we're just going to highlight a couple of the auction items we've got here. We have an ABK basket, which is beautiful. We've got some wine and some popcorn, and it also includes a regular V's game for 6 in a suite, in the ABK CanStar suite specifically.
Very nice.
Not shown here is another suite courtesy of Greyback Construction for 6 people. And then this beautiful, I shouldn't say beautiful, it's an awesome bike. It's also beautiful. Orange Pre-Caliber 16 bike, donated by the Bike Barn. And then lastly, we've got this Still leaf blower from Penticton Honda Center. So, you know, 3 of the 135 items, but there's something for everyone.
And if we look quickly behind our shoulder, oh, it's not there right now. I guess it wouldn't. We were looking at what the number was. I think we were up to about 23,000 so far, raised in the silent auction. So, yeah, keep those numbers going. You can find the silent auction by going to osns.org and take a look there, sign up, bid. Great Christmas presents. Megan, it was good visiting with you.
Thanks so much,
We'll see you in a little bit.
See you in a little
At this point, I'm going to welcome onto the stage Shannon Cote, and you got Paige with you too, one of your dancers. All right, Paige, it's nice to see you. Welcome here, you guys. So you've been part of this telethon for years, dancing in the mall or wherever we were at, right? And it just kind of changes a little bit this year. So.
Yes, we've had to pivot a little bit.
A little bit, hey?
Yeah, we love being a part of this. Such an amazing event.
Nice. So, you know, I keep reading these scripts and then I keep seeing things like, we think Shannon will be prepared to teach you a simple dance move. And then I look at this and it's like, why are they doing this to me? I've already skipped tonight. So what are we doing on a dance move? Are you showing me anything?
Oh,
You're going to show me something? Okay.
I brought Paige here to demonstrate for you. This is one of our favorite moves at Okanagan Dance Studios.
Oh my word.
It's called Party All Night.
Okay.
And Paige, if you don't mind coming up here, so you're gonna put your feet in we call second position, parallel, that's right.
Okay.
You're gonna put your hands above your head, and now you're gonna pretend you're wearing 2 hula hoops, one around your hips and one around your wrists, and you're gonna basically twirl as big as you can.
Oh my gosh.
Go for it, Chad. You got this.
Is that the look?
Bigger, go bigger.
Bigger, go
yeah,
bigger.
There you go.
Oh, you guys are
my
horrible
goodness.
to me.
Yep.
Again, my friends and family watching this at home, I hope you enjoy this. Is this all we do?
That's all you do.
That's all we do.
That's
All
all you
right,
got.
I've learned how to dance.
You can party all night, right? You got a new move.
That is awesome. Okay, now you have a video that you've created for us. That's your involvement with the OSNS this year. Tell me about this video.
So back in October, we were asked to perform here for you guys, and we, again, are just so grateful to be a part of it. So we choreographed this Christmas-themed piece for us, and we put it together, and we videotaped it in our studio, and then we edited it all together so that we have a nice little number.
Okay, let's take a look.
It came into my dreams last night, a great big man in red and white. He told me that it's gonna be a special year for you and me. Underneath the mistletoe, hold me tight and kiss me slow. The snow is high, so come inside. I wanna hear you say to me, it's a very, very merry, merry Christmas. Gonna party until Santa grants my wishes. Got my halo on, I know what I want. It's who I'm with. It's an extraordinary Merry Christmas. It doesn't come as a surprise. Who's been naughty, who's been nice? There's someone here for everyone. Another year has just begun. Silent night, not inside. Sleigh bells ring until the light. Hearts explode, here we go. It's all right there inside your eyes. Won't you meet me by the tree? Slip away so secretly. Can't you see how this could be the greatest gift of all? It's a very, very merry, merry Christmas. Gonna stay with you till Santa grants my wishes. Got my halo on, I know what I want. It's who I'm with. It's an extraordinary, merry, very, very merry, merry Christmas. Gonna party until Santa grants my wishes. Got my halo on, I know what I want. It's who I'm with. It's an extraordinary, merry Christmas.
Hey there, welcome back. And now I have Heather Paulberg and Barb Setterfield on this side of me. They are from the Penticton Hospital Auxiliary. We are absolutely tickled that you guys are here tonight and thrilled to have you. And I'm holding the check, and the camera will back up now, and we'll take a look at this. And I can't read it. There it is, $3,000.
Yes, it is.
Heather, again, I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but I know you haven't been doing a lot of activities. COVID's kind of changed a lot.
Yes, it has.
What would you normally be doing and supporting in the community if in normal times?
Normally, our main focus is the hospital.
The hospital, yeah.
Yes.
So you guys run that, is that little coffee place that all our staff go to?
That is, no,
that's not you
that
guys?
is run by the foundation.
Okay, gotcha.
But I volunteer at it.
Oh, there you
I
go.
don't know if
Okay,
that
very good.
counts,
Yep.
But normally we have different functions. We would normally be starting to gear up for our spring tea in June, but we haven't been able
Yep.
to do it, so.
Now, you said wrapping just a second ago, right?
Well,
Christmas wrapping at the mall.
so many things we've had to postpone.
And change, hey?
Exactly, and usually at this time we'd be gearing up to do the gift wrapping at Cherry Lane, and all the donations, of course, go to the hospital. But you know, we're all older. Speaking of me, and so that's we're not doing that this year. But next year we'll be there.
See, and yet, with all the stuff going on, I'm still holding a check for $3,000 from the Penticton Hospital Auxiliary. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are absolutely thrilled to have you guys here tonight. And
Happy to do it.
Yeah, we were quick and easy. That's what you wanted, right? Quick and easy. You didn't want a big dance number, right? You were good. You don't want to learn the dance moves that I just learned? No, okay, they're good. All right. Thank you very much, ladies. They'll see you off that way. We are good to go. And take that with you. They'll sanitize it, and we carry on. So I am going to run over here right now to this, my little box. I just want to see if oh my word, there's a whole bunch in here. Okay. These are some of the donations that have been coming in through the call center. So the Penticton Sunrise Rotary was $2,500. Chris Newton, Omland Heel. Chris, $100. Thank you. Full Armor Transport, $500. Leanne and Troy, thank you. James Forsyth, $100. Thank you. Colleen Lister, $100. Thank you. Bob Coombs, $50. These are coming mostly from the Penticton Sunrise Rotary Group. Thank you, guys. Mike Watkins for $100. Jennifer L. Wheaton for $150. Folks, this is humbling. It's humbling to see just random names on pieces that are donating to the OSNS. You are a huge support for us, and we thank you for that. At this point, I'm going to call Jackie Duncan onto the stage. Jackie, come on in. Jackie has a history with the OSNS. You've been here for 30 years now, hey? Are you our longest serving employee?
I am.
You are now, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. You don't look a day over 29, Jackie, so you're great, all right? So now you are in the physiotherapy side, you specifically for young children. And talk to me about how that's changed over the years.
So there's a lot more family involvement now, parent involvement in setting goals, and a lot more education of families. And we're really interested in what families do for fun and for fitness, those kinds of things. So we like to incorporate all of that into our therapies.
There you go.
Too.
So tell me about this piece of equipment.
This is a very specialized piece of equipment. It's called a standing frame, and it's used for children that can't stand up by themselves yet. And it's all fully adaptable. It can grow taller, smaller, wider, thinner. We can lay it down, and we start using these when children are about 10 months of age, and then they can use them all the way through too. They're very expensive pieces of equipment. So they're hard to come by.
Yeah.
We rely on our donations to get equipment like this, but it gives the child an opportunity to stand up with their peers and take part in activities that their peers are doing.
This is the perfect example of what the donations that come in for a telethon, this is what they go for. This is the equipment that we help these children with. So this is not money that is just, willy-nilly thrown around. It is put for great use for great equipment. So Jackie, I thank you for coming and showing us a little bit. Jackie's all over the place, this building today. She is busy, busy, busy. So I'm going to let you go back and start making your calls and doing what you do best.
Okay,
thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
So we are going to invite, and we're going to combine two groups here together. We have Debbie Vergay from the Eagles Ladies Auxiliary Group and Harley Ellisoff, and I got to get your name right, Harley, what the group is. You are with just the Eagles in Penticton. Come on in, come on in. Hi.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
We're running late, and that's what happens in these things. And so then we get creative, right? And we have to start changing all kinds of stuff. So tell me a little bit about your groups and your involvement with the OSNS.
I'll let you start.
Okay, I'll start it off. Well, I have the great honor to be the president for the men's side of the Penticton Eagles. So throughout my year, I got to try to come up with some new ideas on charities and fundraisers that we might do to continue to support our community, which we have for the last 30 years in Penticton. Mostly on my side, and as well as Debbie, who's our ladies president. We do quite a few fundraisers, and we've been trying to continue on as much as we can throughout the years, doing the simple things like Friday night dinners and some burgers and some meat draws, which all the money goes back to various charities within our community. And over, the last 15 years, we average about 40 to 45,000 within our community that we give back around May, June from donations.
You just gave Dave $1 million, Dave did.
We did. We had a special person that was who we would call the Grand Worthy President, so he gets to be the president for all of the Eagles in North America. And over his term, he gave approximately $120,000 to the Penticton Regional Hospital through his visitations through North America over the last year. And that was a great honor, and I know that a lot of us within the community were very proud of him, and it was just great to be part of it.
Awesome. Now, Debbie, I put you on the spot. Tell me a little bit about your group.
Okay, so we're the Ladies Auxiliary. We pretty much piggyback off these guys sometimes. We do a lot of pie stuff for diabetes. My charity is for the IRSSS, which is the Indian Residential School Survivor Society, which is real nice because my mom's a part of it, and it means so much for me to make money for my peoples. What else do we do? We love our moms. We think women are wonderful, and I don't know. You put me on the spot.
I'm so sorry. What was I thinking?
But yeah, let's
awesome. Well, let's do a check presentation here. Flip it over. Here we go.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We got 1,500, 500 from the ladies, and $1,000 from the men.
You guys are wonderful.
Yeah.
You are a big part of OSNS. I think we see you almost every year here, and again, we are just we're absolutely just filled with gratitude that you guys would be supporting us again. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you.
Hey, right on.
Okay, so we have a video that we're going to present here, and this is we're going to introduce. It's Manisha in the Brighter Futures video. Let's take a look.
The OSNS Child and Youth Development Center provides treatment support to children facing developmental challenges. Our center has been doing this for over 40 years. It's a great team of specialized clinical staff. We are helping vulnerable children with walking, communicating, and managing daily routines. Examples are even balancing on a slide or learning the motor movements of climbing. Skills that many of our children here cannot take for granted. In addition, nowadays, our field of work also knows the importance of treatment that helps children manage their emotions. Our center sees over 1,500 children annually in the South Okanagan. The pandemic has posed financial challenges that we've never had before. We count on fundraising for much of the equipment and for new innovative programming that we offer. When you donate to the Telethon, what you're donating to is our ability to make a really difficult situation okay for kids who struggle and the families who are supporting them.
Very good. I am back here now with Stacy. We are going to talk about, all these service clubs coming here. And in the midst of COVID, their fundraising has fundamentally changed, yet here they are supporting us over and over and over again. Tell me a little bit about the involvement of the clubs.
Well, it's totally amazing.
the groups that have come forward. I just think it's just awesome. And I actually have a halfway total.
Okay, here we go. Halfway total. We're about halfway through this thing. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Go.
$48,827.
$48,827. Well done. Halfway there, that should be a $100,000 evening. We can do this, folks. So, you know, we want to mention some people that are very instrumental in making this telethon happen. Not people we get to see on stage, but people who've worked tirelessly behind the scenes. So, Ginger Budinsky. Budinsky, am I saying that right? She's going to give me, I'm going to get it if I say it wrong.
I think she might be a Budinsky.
A Budinsky. She's a she'll butt in. But she has worked absolutely very, very hard for months leading up to this, connecting with the businesses, with our presenters, getting it all organized. And then who's the other one that we know of that has been huge?
Sam Zeman.
Sam.
And I know Sam really well.
Talk to me about Sam. What's she doing?
Sam worked with me at Valley First for many years, recently retired, and decided that she needed to find a volunteer opportunity. So, and I had one. And so she helped us out at the golf tournament, and she was incredibly great. And Sam is incredibly organized, and so she's such a great fit for this type of event. And she's just given tirelessly of her time. So, and she's a volunteer. And it's just amazing what Sam brings.
And these events could not go on without the work of these folks in the background. So again, Ginger, Sam, we thank you for all your work. And Stacey, thanks for coming back on. We'll see you in a little bit.
You betcha.
All
see
right.
you in a bit.
And with that, folks, it's, again, you are part of the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon. We have 135 items online right now for the silent auction. That was over 23, 24, 25,000, somewhere in there so far. This event is being broadcast on Shaw Spotlight, Channel 11, and live streamed at www.osns.org. The OSNS Center is located beside the Penticton Regional Hospital. We provide child development pediatric rehabilitation services to the South Okanagan and Similkameen. This is a fundraiser. Our goal is to raise about $100,000 tonight. So the board members, they're sitting and working phones in this building right now. So the number to call to make a donation, 250-492-0295, and there are people on hand to take those calls. Megan, come on back up. You're going to talk to me about some more silent auction and other events here. What's up?
Yes. All right. Well, I think the tables have turned now, Chad, and I think I'm going to be interviewing you.
Is that what it says?
I think it is. So I think we should take a seat
all
for
right,
that.
we're going to go take a seat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. It does say that. All right, here we go.
All right.
Why
give you
am
a
I
bit
being
of
interviewed? Yeah.
Well, all right. So I understand you donated a fantastic auction item this year. Can you tell me what that was?
Yes, Shoot Lake Lodge. It's a $750 gift card to go and have a weekend or a retreat up at Shoot Lake Lodge. And
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I better get on that
it's amazing.
bidding site.
It is amazing. And they've done so many great changes up there. It's a fun place. And I think they actually even donated a 2-night yurt package or something as well. So that's on there.
Yeah.
Shoot Lake is a great place to be.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
2 wonderful Shoot Lake options there. And you also organized a RE/MAX foam panel.
Yeah, the RE/MAX foam panel got really busy, and we connected with a bunch of our agents. And RE/MAX has always been a good supporter. And before I did this, I was Rona for years, and then I switched into RE/MAX, and that whole mentality of getting involved in the community has been big. And so a shout out to our broker Deborah Moore, got everyone kind of involved, and well, I guess we'll see what the panel brings in by the end of the night.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, Chad, I just want to take this opportunity on behalf of everybody at OSNS. Thank you. You're a board member. You provided sponsorship at our golf tournament this past September. You do a fantastic job hosting the telethon each year, and you donate auction items and organize a panel. That's a lot of support that you're giving to OSNS. So you're an all-around excellent person, and we just want to say thank you and share our gratitude.
Oh, I absolutely appreciate it. I wouldn't. I enjoy doing this so much. So it is well worth it.
Well, thank you again.
Well worth it.
So I just have one auction item that I'm going to highlight here, and this is a swag bag and Pit Pass from Area 27.
Oh, very nice. Area 27's involved again, eh?
They are. So the Pit Pass is for 4 people to access race day. And then there's a t-shirt in there and a hat and a couple other items. And as you know, they hosted the Cars for a Cause event in 2019, which was an extremely successful event. Raised over $100,000. So we're super thankful to Area 27 for that event and for donating this item. So we're going to see a video about them.
Perfect.
I believe now, and it's about their Camaro driving school.
There we go. Let's take a look.
At the Camaro Driving Academy, all of our Camaro school cars feature a 1LE track package, which make it a very good teaching tool to learn Camaros and learn Area 27. Very proud to have the kind of high caliber driving instructors that we have. They are GT3 champions, Indy cars, LMP cars, the kind of stuff that we all dream about, these guys have done.
The exercises were great because they built up to the bigger piece. Everyone's coming out here to have a great time. It's a beautiful Okanagan.
I just had this permanent grin on my face.
The driving around Area 27 in the Camaro, totally under control, probably faster than anybody else within their neighborhood kind of thing.
It was wicked.
Best day of my life. Just so focused. You're so in the moment.
Very thorough so that when you actually went out on the track, you were prepared.
But just learning the dynamics and learning the safety of how a car works makes you that much safer driver on the road as well.
It's a whole lot of fun.
That's freaking awesome. Great track. What an experience.
Welcome back. Okay, here we go. This is we got Rona on the stage, and Rona's kind of near and dear to my heart. It was 15 years I ran that place, and I hired this young man, and you came after I left. But you're amazing at what you do up front there. So again, Rona, this is Waleed and Brianne from Rona. They helped build the link room downstairs here with the Local Heroes program. Now, guys, I'm standing here over top of this thing. Waleed, what other than, we know it's a barbecue. Why is it here?
We have, Rona has donated this to the OSNS for the live telethon.
Okay, for the auction, right?
For
it's
the
one
auction,
of the auction
yes,
items.
yes.
Perfect. So this is one of the auction items. It is a grill chef. Big, beautiful barbecue there. Perfect Christmas present for someone. You don't even have to, it's assembled too. That's just a good one in there. Now, you guys also did a bit of a top-up at your, I'm going to take the microphone because I'm going to make her speak now. Look at how terrified. Hey, you're going to do fine. Now, you guys did a top-up at the tills, right?
Yes,
over the last little bit. So tell me a little bit about that and how that worked.
Yeah, so we had buckets at all the tills, and every customer that came through, we had asked them if they'd like to top up to donate to the OSNS for the telethon.
Awesome. And so right behind me, is this the amount?
It is.
All right, there it is. I'll hold it right there. What is that, Waleed? $800 going back to the OSNS. And, you know, Rona has been a big part of OSNS for a number of years. We did a lot of projects here. We did the link downstairs. We did a gazebo out back. And then you guys are carrying on just and being part of this. And we just are absolutely grateful to you. And I think any of the staff here would tell you that Rona is a big part of this place. So huge thank you. Make sure you go back to the staff and say thank you, staff, for all that they've done in supporting us. That's a lot of work on the cashiers to do this over the last little while.
Yes.
They bought into it?
They did.
They did. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we thank you very much for this donation, and we wish you all the best. It was easy. Hey, you didn't have to worry about anything. I've had to dance in the last little while. So. Thank you, you guys. All right, have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. Are you going to wheel this out? All right, he's going to wheel this out. We're going to make a ton of noise here as they go. You're going that way. Kate Smith, you're coming in this way. All right.
All right, I'm going to bring you a table, Chad.
Oh, sit at a table? Okay. So, Kate, we are now going to be talking a little bit about the autism treatment program at OSNS. So tell me a little bit about it. Microphone.
Better if I had a mic.
Let's get a microphone. There we go.
All right. And
okay.
And hopefully you can hear me. So autism treatment, our sessions
are 2 hours long, and if once a child is diagnosed with autism, they come into our services. They come 2 to 3 times a week. They have one-to-one sessions with their interventionist, and it looks a lot like play, but they're targeting a lot of skills that their family has identified as priorities.
Okay, so tell me about the space needed for autism treatment here.
Yeah. You know, we have such a nice purpose-built building here because controlling the environment really allows us to mitigate some behaviors or some distractions. You know, we have the gym, which is great for running and jumping and playing tag, but maybe not great for playing a game like this. So just having different spaces is so helpful.
Okay, and then you brought an activity here.
I did bring an activity.
All
so
right.
We're going to play Connect 4 today.
You know what? I'm okay playing Connect 4. I've danced and done a balance beam and skipped, so I will gladly take this right now.
You know, and this is a game that is often something we do play with kids, and it looks like we're just having fun, but we're targeting fine motor skills, targeting visual motor coordination, turn taking, and as well those higher level skills of how do you play a game with somebody and how do you interact and negotiate and not get upset if maybe you lose, because I'm very good at Connect 4. So.
Okay.
All right, so, you know, Chad, what color would you like to be?
Red.
Okay, and who should go first?
You should.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna be blue, and you can ask me if you need pieces.
Oh, I have to ask.
You do have
May I
to
have
ask.
a piece?
You may.
Love it. Okay. I was wondering why they were all on the other side. That makes sense now.
All right, and do you know how to play Connect 4?
I do.
Okay.
May I have another piece,
You
please?
may. Nice
Thank you.
asking. I really like that you
Not
look
bad,
at me.
hey?
Yeah.
May I have another piece?
Of course.
Thank you.
There you go. You're doing a great job, Chad.
May I have another piece?
Absolutely. I see you're taking this seriously.
May I have another piece?
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, good catch. Nice. I just about won. All right, is it my turn or your turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, thank you. Your turn.
May I have another piece?
Of course you can.
Thank you. May I have another piece?
You may.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah!
And you won. Good job. Congratulations. So there's an example of some of the things we might do.
Okay, so you have a clip here as well we're going to introduce.
I do. So we're just going to watch a little clip of one of the therapy spaces, and I'll just talk a little bit more about how those spaces are purposefully designed.
Awesome. Let's take a look.
Right now we are in our low stimulation room. We use this room for children who need a little bit less distraction, a little more calm environment. So there's nothing on the walls, nothing on the shelves, and anything we do have is up out of their reach. This really helps children focus on the skills they're trying to learn without getting distracted by, you know, bright colors or sometimes upset by things that might be in the room. We also have an observation window in this room that allows parents to be next door while the children are in here with a speech therapist or an occupational therapist, or sometimes the speech therapist can be next door and the children will be in here with a parent. We run a lot of our autism intervention sessions in this room. Those children in particular sometimes need different environments to help them regulate. There's a long wait right now for diagnoses of autism for children under 6. It's about 2 years, and even after children receive a diagnosis, there's a wait list to get into services. This really impacts how much a child can learn and how much skill they can gain before they enter schools. Our OSNS Autism Intervention Program sees kids from age of diagnosis or when they're diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder until they're 6 years old. We have a great team in our autism intervention department. We have SLPs, OTs, PTs. We always include the family and the child when we're setting priorities and setting goals for kids, and we also have behavior specialists and interventionists. Our program is a skill building program. We are working on helping children with all kinds of skills, from potty training to communication to getting on their shoes and their coat to writing their name. It's really a lot of fun to see the progress that kids make in this program and how much more successful they are both at home and at school as well as in their sessions. So any funding, any donations really directly impact the lives of children.
Hey there, I am with Amber Hobbs here from the Penticton Snow Trackers Club. Now, she just told me in my ear, how old is this club?
So our club's been established since 1969. We are one of 4 clubs in BC that have been established that long.
That's awesome. Now, how did you get involved with the OSNS?
So our club's been rejuvenating now since COVID. We've got a whole brand new board of directors, and we got to talking and decided for the Christmas spirit to donate back to something in the community.
Awesome. Okay, we got a check presentation, so we're going to flip it over here. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Snow Trackers Club, $200. This is your first time involved with the OSNS. We are thrilled to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not a big donation right now, but it's something that we plan to build upon in future years. One of our own members, Simone Wiles, is actually part of the OSNS family, so that's how she put the bug in the air. So
very good. Well, I look forward to having you here again next year when we do this.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. So welcome back, folks. It is the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon. It is our big fundraiser here for the year. The goal is to raise about $100,000 through the night. We're halfway through, and I think we were at about $48,000, $49,000. So we're right on track. So again, the number to call, 250-492-0295, and we have all kinds of people to answer phones here. I am now going to call to the stage Bob from Bob's Door Service. Bob, come on up. It is good to see you two again. Last time we saw you, we were golfing.
We were golfing.
Yes, we were. You were. I'm going to get you guys to hold the mic.
Okay.
You were our premier sponsor, one of our major sponsors of that golf tournament. Did you have a good day?
We had an excellent day.
You did? Yeah.
It was really well run. It was a great time. We met some really amazing people. We saw some really good work done by OSNS.
Awesome.
As well.
Did you golf well?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We went out for a fun day, right? Okay. So no, we again, that golf tournament was a big deal, and so. Bob, I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me a little bit about the experience at the golf tournament this year for you. Like what?
It was fantastic.
Yeah?
It's nice to know we're helping children, and it was really well run. And hey, it's a worthwhile cause.
Totally was. Totally was. There was all kinds of fun team names. What did the players learn about certain holes? You golfed on the oven mitt hole, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
That made it.
I'm going to put that mic a little closer to your. There you go.
The oven mitts made it really, really tough. I understand now what children go through, the reasoning for the oven mitts,
Yeah.
and we take everything for granted, being just normal people and stuff. That yeah.
I get you. Now, Bosu ball. Did you putt on the Bosu ball?
Well, I use the Bosu ball every day at the
gym. You were a pro then. Yes, they put all of us on Bosu balls having to putt. It was very entertaining to watch.
It was
so
a great time.
The folks at Fairview Golf Course, they really did step it up. It was their only tournament they held this year.
Wow.
And it was an amazing evening. And
They
so
did a phenomenal
they
job.
do wonderful.
great big shout out to the general manager Brian McDonald and gold sponsor Mark Mellison from Wildstone Construction. They recently stopped by OSNS to give us some golf tips and talk about the event. So we're going to watch this video first, and then
Okay.
we're going to do a check presentation afterwards. All right, let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Manisha, and I'm here today with Mark Mellison and Brian McDonald. Mark Mellison from Wildstone Construction and Brian McDonald from Fairview Golf Course. Welcome, gentlemen. We're here today to talk about the Tee It Up for Kids tournament that happened this past September, and which was just a great event for OSNS. Mark, you and your company Wildstone have been involved with OSNS for many years. You've shown just incredible corporate citizenship in the community. We had the Colors for Kids runs for many years. Can you talk a little bit about just why Wildstone makes the choice to do so much for kids in this region and what it means to your team?
We choose to do what we do in the Okanagan, I think, and specifically Penticton. This is our home base. It's our headquarters. Majority of our team is actually from this area. So we have, whether it's kids that play hockey, kids that play other sports, kids that are in school, the majority of the families that are on our team are in this area. So, and some of those families have been through this center. Some of their friends have been through this center, and specifically, when I think of OSNS, there's probably not another organization that touches such a wide demographic or so many people in such a small area, and that could be through through treatment services or daycare or any of the services or facilities that are here at OSNS. It's an incredible organization, so it's a really easy choice for us to get behind it.
Thanks, Mark. Events like the golf tournament do two things. They raise funds for OSNS and the treatment programs, but they also raise awareness so that people who maybe wouldn't normally know about developmental challenges just get a chance to think about it. And we had some sort of, your team, Brian, allowed us to do some really cool things during the golf tournament. I know you run many charity golf tournaments. Can you talk a little bit about this tournament and maybe the things that were a little unique about it?
Absolutely. We've done a lot of charity tournaments over the years at our facility, and but this was the only one we did this year. COVID practices kind of challenged us all to be able to do that, but we had this on the calendar. We knew there were certain things we'd be facing, and our team just decided we had to find a way to make this happen. So after the tour that you gave us through the facility with my staff, I think we just felt that we had to find a way. And so we came up with unique ways to break up the large gathering into small pods, and your team and your volunteers and the parents and everybody involved really contributed to that and allowed us to pull this off. And it's something that when we reflect now, as the course is just closed for this season, we're very proud of. I think the easy thing would have been to have postponed, and because we know how hard it is to raise funds for at this time of year during these type of COVID practices, we were just really happy to do it.
It was such a good day. Mark, you played in the tournament. I think you had a pretty fun team name. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, so our team name was Bob the Builder, which was fitting, obviously, with the construction and construction services business. And we had lots of staff that came out and played. I played with my mom and dad and my brother, so that was a pretty special time for us. I joked about it with Brian that I'm not the greatest golfer, so actually all four of us, we love the game of golf, but we probably don't get out enough, and it was a really good opportunity to go out, no pressure, play in a scramble format. And talk to people from OSNS, talk to supporters, talk to some of the families that come through here, and even some of the kids that come through here that were on course that day. So the whole experience was fantastic.
That's great. We try to, in every event that we do, infuse a little bit of child development knowledge into the event. And I know, Brian, your team was just so, gracious about allowing us to mess with some of the holes so that we could show people what it would be like to struggle with fine motor skills or struggle with balance. Can you talk a little bit about what that looked like on the course on the day?
Yeah, it was very unique, and I think for those that participated, it was eye-opening. When you try and hit a golf ball wearing oven mitts, or you try and make a putt standing on a Bosu ball, or make a golf swing in life jackets from Mark's Boating Company. I think everybody saw that challenge and sort of stepped back. I mean, golf's challenging enough to begin with, but you add those elements. Although it's not going to mirror exactly what these kids go through, but it certainly gives you a little bit of perspective, and I think perspective's great for anyone that gets an opportunity to come through OSNS would get further perspective, and I think it would help in creating some more awareness of what you guys do here, which is truly amazing.
Well, we have a couple of people here who would really like to get some golf pro tips, and I'm wondering whether you're up for that, Brian.
I've worked with Mark before. He's uncoachable. I'm glad to work with some of these kids.
Let's go outside. We'll put some coats on and we'll get some golf tips.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put one hand on top and the other hand, there we go. Excellent. And we're going to try and pull it back and roll it right through his feet. And that's going to be cool. Let's give it a shot, okay? Okay?
I think you've got it, Gia. You've got this. Very good. That's a practice. Yes.
All right, I am back with Bob's Overdoor Service here. Did I say it right? Bob's Overdoor?
No, just Bob's.
Bob's Door Service. I don't know where I got Overdoor. Sorry.
That's what we do.
Bob's Door Service. Yeah, you do the Overdoor. This is their donation to the OSNS, and then I believe you have a challenge. I'm going to push it down and make you speak right into that mic nice and loud.
Okay.
Lay that challenge out.
So, Bob and I feel that because we've had such a banner year, even though it's been COVID and things are shut down, we all know the construction industry is booming. We want to give back to the community. We challenge every construction industry out there to be able to give back to the community. $1,000 donation. We all have it in us. Let's do it for the kids.
Awesome. Thank you. You guys have been wonderful. Thanks. I look forward to having you at the golf tournament next year. I think you'll be there, hey? Very good. Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy your evening. All right, I'll let you take that off. And then I think I'm calling Stacy on, right? Stacy, come on back. You want to sit or stand? You want to sit? Okay, let's sit. All right, there's your mic. And let's talk about, you are talking to, what panel's working right now?
Valley First.
Valley First, all right.
Yes, and they're working hard. I saw all their social media yesterday asking for donations, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to raise a whole bunch of money. So that's awesome. They're working super hard.
Okay, talk to me about the Valley First Kitchen.
So the Valley First Kitchen.
And I'm going to push this even closer to your mouth. There you go.
The Valley First Kitchen is in partnership with Garden Works and the garden that they grow. It enables the kids to get together and learn how to make nutritional food. They get to use small size kitchen utensils and equipment that fit into small hands so that they can learn how to make nutritional meals. You know, children with developmental challenges often have food sensory needs, and that makes it even more challenging to make sure that they're having a nutritious meal, and so it's really important. You know, the kids that have, you know, those developmental challenges work really hard just to get the basics, you know, the movement and the coordination and all of those kinds of things. And they need really healthy food to be able to make sure that they're energized and they have the right fuel to meet their needs.
Valley First, a huge contributor throughout our entire community, a huge contributor to the OSNS. What else do you guys continue to be involved in?
Well, you know, we believe, you know, Valley First is about community and about helping families and children and in the community thrive. So we believe in supporting local non-profit organizations who serve the most vulnerable. And OSNS does amazing things with the kids, and it totally aligns with our values, and that's why we support them, and why we support other nonprofit organizations.
Very good. So your crew's working right now, working the phones.
Working hard.
We'll see what comes of that. Hey?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And I'm going to start it off with, we have a $1,000 check from Valley First.
$1,000 check. Look at that.
There you go. Awesome.
Very good. And that will go on top of whatever else they're donating right now.
Absolutely.
They are amazing. I'll give you to give that to the crew on the way out.
You
and
betcha.
On behalf of OSNS, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're
Thanks.
wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
So we have another performance coming up right now in a little bit here from the Outma Skalu Cultural School. And we just want to, we're into that last hour now. There's bidding happening on the silent auctions. It goes till 7:30. So just because we shut down at 7, the auction goes for an extra half an hour after that. So with this, I'd like to welcome Emma Haynes to the stage. And I guess we're going to sit in the chairs again, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to the chairs. You are a speech language pathologist here at OSNS, correct?
Yes.
Very good. So tell me a little bit about speech language pathology does here at the center.
Well, I think a lot of people, before they've come into the center, or if they don't have that much experience with speech paths, they think we do a lot of work with speech sounds. So helping a child overcome a lisp or something like that, which is a part of what we do. But there's so much more when we think about this population of children from 0 to 6. There's so much more than just speech sounds and the clarity of our speech. So we're thinking about what a child can express, what they understand of the language that's in their environment. We are thinking about their play skills, because play is where children do their sort of quote-unquote work. and that's how they learn and explore. We're also thinking about their social communication skills. So you and I are making eye contact right now. We are oriented towards each other. We're taking turns in our conversation. These are sort of invisible rules that we don't explicitly teach our children, and some children have an easier time of picking those skills up than others. What we're doing at the center is we're really just trying to help parents and caregivers understand some of the signals that their children are already giving them in terms of communication, and we are helping them develop some confidence and competence in those areas so that they can really take those skills home, because we have expertise in child development and in communication science, but they are experts in their children. And so all of the work really happens at home, and we're trying to empower those caregivers to really know how to support their language skills or their children's language skills at home.
Very good. Now, you brought something with you, I see.
I did.
All right.
I did.
What do we got there?
So this is a classic things in a bag. This is something that speech pathologists use all the time. It can really be applied for all kinds of different goals, language goals or speech goals. Is it all right if we sit on the floor for this one?
Oh, yes. I was told I have to sit on the floor. I've already skipped today. Oh, yeah.
So we're quite comfortable sitting on the floor
at
OSNS because our children are often, sorry, Chad.
Yeah,
are often on
all
the
good.
floor. So the first thing I draw your attention to is that we're at the same level. I've gotten right down to, Chad is our gracious child volunteer. I got right down to your level. So it's really easy for you to be reading my cues and vice versa. And I've got things in a bag, which is a way of creating a communication, creating an interaction, essentially, because our children need a reason to communicate, and Kate touched on this earlier. We're going to sort of create the conditions. If our children aren't giving us that many cues, we're going to create an opportunity for them to do so live. So I've got myself positioned well.
All right.
I've got these very enticing things in a bag, and you don't know what they are, but you sure want to know what is inside.
I do now, yes.
So I would sort of model what I've got in here. I might shake it so that you can hear. And if I'm working on the language goal that we've chosen for this activity, is we're going to help you understand pronouns. So I'm going to say, I hear something in the bag, and I'm going to repeat myself sort of simply at the level of whatever the child's language that I'm working with.
Okay.
I'm going to try and really meet them where they're at, and that's what we're trying to do with parents. And so I'm going to entice you, and then I'm going to wait. And this is really hard to do. It's really hard to wait for our kids to give a signal. But a signal can be eye contact. It can be a verbalization. It can be a gesture. It can be a partial word. And we want our parents and caregivers to be able to tune into those. So whatever signal you might give me, then I'm going to say, oh, I'll open the bag. And then you get to choose something out of the bag. I see an ATV, or I see a motorcycle. I see it. I can make it drive. I can make it fly. I can make it hop. And I'm going to just really model the language that I'm hoping to hear. And if our children are at the sort of 1 or 2 word level, I'm going to model just a little step above that, so maybe 2 or 3 words, in the hopes that they can imitate my language as well. And then once that's over, we have a number of other things in the bag to create those communication moments, those interactions that we can really seize on.
That was wonderful. That is all. These are the things that we don't know until we actually sit and start to visit with some of the staff here. What goes on? And so I totally appreciate this. We have a video here coming up, and we are going to introduce this video right now. Let's take a look.
Right now I am in our therapy gym. This is one of the spaces we use to assess and treat a child's movement and see where their challenges might occur. We have a lot of different equipment in this space, including a climbing wall, trampoline, a swing behind me, and different various pieces around here. We are now at the therapy climbing wall, a pretty amazing piece of equipment here designed for specific purposes. Obviously, we use it for building a child's climbing skills, which is essential in their development, but it's also great for building a child's upper and lower body coordination, as well as strength, their balance, and their self-confidence. Whenever using the therapy climbing wall, we want to make sure that the child washes his or her hands beforehand and has clean shoes on. As well, we want to make sure as always, an adult is with the child for safety purposes. We are now at the trampoline. Obviously, the trampoline is one of our kids' fan favorites. It's a lot of fun to jump on. There's different reasons why we might use a trampoline is to develop a child's jumping skills, as well as balance and coordination. Whenever using the trampoline, we always want to make sure that the child takes his or her shoes off. The child should always be accompanied with an adult for supervision purposes, and we want to make sure that the zippers are always closed before the child starts jumping. Once again, we're here in the OSNS Therapy Gym. We are here at the therapy swing. This swing is used for a variety of different reasons. It might be used for helping with a child's self-regulation. We have different attachments here in the back corner depending on what we want to work on. So it might be working on a child's balance or coordination. It's also really fun just to swing on here. Whenever using the swing, we ask that the child is supervised and should never be left alone, just for safety purposes. A lot of these pieces of equipment have been purchased through donations from the public or different community partners. You know, we can't afford those on our own, and without your guys' support, it just wouldn't be possible to purchase. You know, they're designated for specific needs, for the child's needs, depending on what their, the concerns are, what the physiotherapy concerns are. So we really appreciate any donation that you guys provide.
Ho, ho, I hear something. Come on in. Who is this? We've got Santa!
I wouldn't miss this telethon for the world.
Oh, you are wonderful, Santa. Glad to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Now, this year, Santa was worried that the children of South Okanagan might not be able to see him. And he's not going to be at Cherry Lane Shopping Center because of the pandemic. And he's going to be busy working up at the North Pole. But he and his senior elf and the nice people at Cherry Lane have organized it so that he can do Zoom visits with the kids. Yeah. You'll be doing video messages. So tell me, Santa, how has your Zoom training been going?
Well, I've been working real hard on it for the last year, and I think I've got it down pretty good now.
You got that Zoom down, hey?
Yeah, and if not, my wife, she takes good care of me and takes care of the Zoom for me.
So tell me what's been going on at the North Pole. Are you ready?
Well, we've been really busy. You know, we start right after Christmas Day. We start building toys for the next year, so my elves have been working 24 hours around the clock since last year, so we got lots of nice toys for everybody.
Now that is wonderful. So the OSNS is going to be set up that it actually goes live tomorrow. That the parents can actually register their children for a visit with Santa. This is so exciting.
What a great present to have a fireside visit with Santa Claus at Christmas time.
It's a wonderful thing.
So
and think about it.
All you kids out there, be good so that your parents will call in.
Yeah, we want that. We really want your visits. These are a wonderful thing, and it is a great treat to have you here, Santa.
It's wonderful to be here.
Awesome. Well, very good.
All my friends at OSNS, I parked my reindeers on the roof. I hope you don't mind. I hope they don't leave the deposit.
I don't know if the roof's strong enough. We might have reindeer coming through here in a second.
Before,
so are you good? Okay, that's awesome, Santa. Well, it is an absolute pleasure that you came to join us for the telethon.
I appreciate you having me here.
Yeah, anytime, Santa.
Okay,
and it's going to be a busy run for you, hey?
Yes, I hope I don't have to put any coal in your stocking. You've been a good boy all year?
Kind of hit and miss.
Okay, well, I have to think that one over then.
Okay, Santa, have a wonderful night.
All you kids out there, get after your parents to give a call into the Fireside Chat with Santa. It's on right now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Santa. I'll keep that. Have a wonderful day. All right, I am now going to invite Nicole McMillan and Jane Dhaliwal to the stage. They are from Tim Hortons. Come on in. Oh, it's just, do I just get the one?
Hi,
That's
I'm
it.
Nicole.
Nicole, you know what? We are absolutely, when I get to read the script, I get to see the names of who's coming. You're a superstar in my mind, and we are so excited that you are here this afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, Tim Hortons, your family, you've just recently announced one of the most amazing pledges towards our Legacy Foundation, and we're super excited.
We are as well. We're actually extremely honored to be able to do this, so Thank you.
And this is the Stowarts family.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about mom and dad, Paul and Burl, right?
Paul and Burl, yes.
Paul and Burl.
Paul and Burl, my parents, they started this business 30 years ago in Penticton, and we've grown now. We have the Tim Hortons in the South Okanagan. And for 30 years, they've always instilled that we give as much back to the community as possible. And each year, we try something new, and we created this bond with OSNS earlier this year when we decided to do our Smile Cookie campaign this September. And it was the greatest year we've had to date, so it was excellent.
It was insane. I mean, I speak from someone who probably saw way too many cookies during that program. I mean, they were piled up at our office all the time. And here, I mean, there was cookies floating around this whole community.
I heard you really liked cookies. I actually
Did you bring me a cookie? Oh my gosh, I don't think I can do another
just
cookie.
For you
That's
for later.
So there it is. There is the Smile Cookie right there. You saw those all around town. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
and
we hope to now
honored.
sell $250,000.
$250,000 towards the foundation over the next. Is it 5 years?
We hope we can do it sooner than
Wouldn't
that.
it be nice? Let's just get it done next year. 250,000 cookies next year, all done, good to go, and we can move on, right?
That'd be excellent.
Yeah, nice, eh? So, and again, we just want to say a great big thank you. Now, is this a check presentation here?
We do. We have a check presentation for OSNS for this year's Smile Cookie amount.
Okay. So get ready for this, folks, because when she flips this over, this is an insane amount of cookies that we did here. So here we go. You ready?
Ready?
Flip it.
What?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There it is. $39,000. Oh my word! We're gonna have to support like the Diabetes Foundation after this. But this is amazing.
Yeah.
And your family, huge part of the Okanagan. And so again, on behalf of OSNS, you're superstars to us, and we want to say a great big thank you. And look, at all these people are lined up in the hallways and watching this right now.
That's
and they're just
so awesome.
they're giddy for you.
Thank you so much. Again, we're honored.
And thank you for the cookie.
You're welcome.
All right,
Enjoy.
you have a wonderful night.
You as
Okay,
well.
thank you,
Bye-bye.
Tim Hortons, the Stewarts family. I got to eat more cookies. So we are going to now, I'm going to call up Kathy Gross. Kathy, come on up. We're getting creative in the last hour here as we're trying to crunch it in so we finish in time. So we've just changed a bunch, but we are thrilled to have you here, Kathy. And
glad to be here.
You are a longtime pediatrician in the South Okanagan. You're retired now, but you're still helping children, and you're serving on our board with the OSNS Legacy Foundation. So what I'd love to ask some questions. I'd love to discuss the OSS Legacy Foundation, but from the clinical perspectives. And I think that's where you come from, right? On the
clinical side,
You
yes.
betcha. So tell me a little bit about your involvement there and what you see with the foundation.
So I practiced in Penticton for about 29 years before I retired. And pediatricians are partners with somewhere like the Child Development Centre. Our job is we can identify children with difficulties. We often do so right from the nursery when they're first born. But they really need a team to help them, and the team is here in the Child Development Centre. And I worked on the board of the Child Development Centre for about 5 years before I retired, and I would see what incredible work they were doing, but how difficult it was to manage the centre as far as having enough funding to run programs, but then also just to have the nuts and bolts of the centre running. And if there was a glitch like the heating going, there was a scramble to get funds. And then on an annual basis and every few months, the staff are having to fundraise, which is really demanding and takes away from clinical time. So that's why I joined the foundation board. We talked about it a lot at the regular board, that this was something we should be aiming for, and I'm really pleased to be part of the work to get a foundation off the ground, and I hope that we can build it up to be enough that on an annual basis we can be more self-sustaining without such dependence on annual fundraising. The community is very supportive here, and that's just wonderful, but the need's great, and there needs to be some consistency in the funding to keep us growing. We've been in this building for a number of years, and it's just incredibly crowded and could expand, but we don't have any funding to do that. So the foundation hopefully will give us some flexibility to grow programs and meet the community need for years to come.
There's some very, very strong and very important people on that Legacy Foundation board, and we are absolutely thrilled that you're there. And we want to thank you for all your years of service here at the OSNS, whether it be on board and now as part of the Legacy group. And we just want to remind people that if you'd like to learn more about the foundation, you can check it out at that website, osnslegacyfoundation.org, or you can call the center. Megan would happily give you all kinds of information. Again, we are just thrilled that you are here tonight. This is a really big deal for us. And you saw the excitement there with a $250,000 commitment by the Tim Hortons in the South Okanagan.
And that's really a wonderful nest egg to start our Legacy Foundation. So we hope we can grow from there.
We're going to be eating a lot of cookies for the next 5 years. Kathy, thank you so much for coming out, and I will take that and wish you the very best this evening.
Yes.
Have a good one. Thank you. So our next guest is going to be Josie. Where are you, Josie? There she is. Okay, hi, how are you? I haven't seen you since the golf tournament.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so Josie is our lead early childhood educator with the Kinderplace Integrated Preschool Program. That's a really big title. Does that fit on your business card just like that? She's one of the dynamic team here at the OSNS, and she's helped out at the charity golf tournament with the center. You were very involved down there. You are passionate about children and their development and building confidence in kids. So I'm going to hand, you got a mic? Oh, I got a mic. I got the mic. So you're going to put some stuff down. I'm going to give you the mic, and you're going to tell me a little bit about Kinderplace, and then maybe why you chose this career.
So Kinderplace is a wonderful preschool. We are an inclusion program, which I'm really proud of, trying to teach those kids that have a little bit more needs, and not just the children that we have that needs a little bit more needs, but just teaching the empathy and really the other children, the typical children, just being part of this big growing plan that we have for all of us. So.
Very good. Okay, so did you bring a bunch of, what's all this?
Yes. Nobody told you?
Nobody tells me anything. I just find out, am I skipping again? Yeah.
No.
What are we doing?
We have a little activity for you.
Awesome, bring it on.
That we call Matman.
Matman, okay.
Matman. So it's just a way to teach children how to kind of like develop their drawing skills.
Okay.
So we're going to draw yourself. So I'm going to show you how we do it first. And then it's going to be your turn.
Okay, fire away. I'll hold the mic.
Good. We're going to start. Okay.
All right.
So when we draw a person, of course, we start with the head. So head is nice and round. So this is going to be your first step.
Okay.
And then after that, of course, you need to draw your body.
Yeah.
So here we go. We have the body here. And then, of course, we're going to have to do your arms. So you can do it the way you want. You can have them up in the air, like, yay, we're at the telethon. Or you can do it like this. One up, one down.
Perfect.
Whatever you want. Use your creativity. That's what we encourage the children to do. And then, of course, you have your legs. Here how we do little dancing over here. And then if you want to add, you can add some feet. And of course, hands. Hands are sometimes hard to do. Even I have a hard time, so you can try to do your best. You can just do a circle if you prefer. So we'll see. Here, high five. And then, of course, we have ears. And eyes, and, sorry, the nose, and we make him sad.
No, happy.
Let's make him happy.
There you go.
All right.
And that's supposed to be me?
So this is it, but then I'm going to have you to draw it now.
Okay.
Now, for the purpose of this activity, are you a right-handed or a left-handed?
I'm a right hand.
So can you please do it with your
Of course I
left
can,
hand?
yeah.
Okay. So here you go. You can choose a color.
Okay, you get that again. Okay.
All right. Now remember, your left hand.
Oh, that's it. Oh no. Okay, head. Head first, right?
Head first.
Head first. All right, there we go. And body. It's a little wider than, oh dear. Okay, and legs. I'm doing the dance moves that I learned.
There you go.
Okay.
Always important to dance.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, and then we got hands in the air, and hands in the air. Oh, and I got to draw. Oh no. Okay, there's the nose, nose, and I'm very, very happy to be doing this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my word.
Now, usually when the children will do that, we will take notes on if they're right-handed or left-handed, and then we'll also look at the graphs that they are using, and then we will all note that, and we will collect the progress throughout the year. So we do that twice a year. And then for the children that are returning, we get to see how much progress they've made. So here we go.
There we go. Left-handed me. Left-handed me. Where's the camera? There it is there. All right. Oh, coming to you. Thanks, big guy. I don't know what's happening. I haven't eaten. That's my struggle, right?
And I also have some examples
Yeah.
of some of the children, what they have
Hey,
done.
awesome.
And then you can tell the progress. So these are two different children that comes to
Peyton, Matt, Easton. Peyton and Easton. Those
Peyton
are really
and
good drawings.
Easton. So
that's with their other hands. Right?
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
awesome.
That's their
Okay,
dominant hand. And you can tell that there has been some progress, and we are
That
really,
is
really
awesome.
happy.
What a great program.
Yes, thank
We
you.
are absolutely thrilled to have you part of the OSN. Your energy is bubbly. The golf tournament, you dressed up as what were you?
I was a superhero.
You were a superhero.
And I had to go and measure who was the
and
closest.
you were the whole time, and we put you on the farthest hole out and told you that there may or may not be a bear. So yeah.
Yeah, but a superhero.
You were a superhero.
I was keeping everybody safe from
bear
the bear.
wouldn't have touched you. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being
All
here.
right. Can
Very
I
good.
just say hi,
All right.
hi to my mom, and she donated. She's in Quebec, and yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a great day. So with that, hey, Dan, I'm going to invite you in while Josie's kind of dismantling it. Come on in, Dan. It is good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. There's a microphone for you. You're going to need that to speak into, and we're just going to be right here. Dan Ashton is our MLA, member of the Legislative Assembly. Dan, you've had a long relationship here with the OSNS and supporting children in the region. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been really fortunate.
I'm going to put that mic even closer to your mouth.
Been really fortunate. You know, I was on the board when they were on Eckhart Avenue by the high school.
Yep.
And then off again for a while, and then I was asked back when Judy Sentes and the gang were designing this building with Matthew Cody. They didn't have anybody that had building experience other than the architect.
Yeah.
Asked me to come back on, and I'll tell you, and it's changed so much, and that's like 14 years ago now, I think, 12 or 14 years
even
ago.
longer than that, I think.
I'm not that old.
I've just aged you big time, sorry. So tell me, so from where you sit, Dan, talk about why supporting children and family in this way is important here.
You know, it's imperative. And Chad, many of us have been so incredibly fortunate not to have kids that have some challenges that most kids don't face. And, you know, we can never forget that. And it's difficult right now, especially, you know, with COVID and with what's happening in the province. But I just ask people, if you have the opportunity, there are so many people that need help, and this is an organization that does such incredible things for the kids in our communities and the surrounding area, because I know they draw from all over. So if you have an opportunity, please consider the OSNS before Christmas time. They would greatly appreciate it.
Dan, we thank you for coming out here. I know
it's a
we're a
pleasure.
little bit
You're
behind
busy.
schedule,
I'm going to
but you
help
got
you
to visit
catch
with
up.
all kinds of people. Have a great one.
Always a pleasure.
All
See
right,
you
you
later.
can take that mic right off to the girls, and you're good to go. A reminder, folks, this is the 42nd annual Share a Smile Telethon. We are into the last 20 minutes now. The phone lines are still going. 492, area code 250-492-0295. Please make a call in and make a donation. The goal is $100,000 before the end of the evening. At this point, we are going to call Marcus Toniato in. Come on in, Marcus. How are you? It's good to see you.
I'm good, Chad.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm getting tired.
I bet you are. You have a lot of energy, my friend.
Well, it's 3 hours in. Hey, we're on it. Hey, piece of cake.
You're
so
the right man here.
You are. Let me get your title right here. You are the. Actually, I don't even have your title here. Tell me what your title is.
I'm the Assistant Superintendent of School District 53, Southern Okanagan.
And we're very involved with School District 53.
Yes, you
right?
are.
Yeah, we get a lot of stuff happening there. So again, we're thrilled to have you. You're a board member with us.
I am.
And you know what? I think Manisha made the mistake of saying Marcus and Chad can talk no problem, and she didn't really give us a ton of notes.
Yeah, I know, but we can talk. And
Yeah.
we can just,
Let's just kill 20 more minutes and cause panic in this whole place, right?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
So what? Tell me what we're going to see. Quick. Is there a video coming up here? Or?
No, but I do want to talk a little bit about some of the work that OSNS does with the students before they're coming into our school system.
Perfect.
And how important that is. Getting ready for school, students with developmental issues, it really gives them a fighting chance when they get to school. Also, we do a lot of transition work with the center. So our teachers actually are invited to come in and see what's going on and what the therapists here do. That is super helpful. And they also do some transition as students come into kindergarten. It really makes it easier for those students. It sets them up for success in school. And without the work that's done by OSNS, so many students would have a really difficult time in school. So it's a big part of the community. And on the phone lines, I've been working for the last couple hours, and so many of the people we call in the community or who call in have a connection to OSNS. It's been around for a long time. They have either their own kids who have gone, or they have friends their kids have come into the center, and they just can't say enough about it. So it really is such an important piece to Penticton and the Southern Okanagan, and just can't say enough about it.
Awesome. Now you've been working the phones back there.
I have been.
It's been busy, hey? The phones have been ringing?
They've been ringing, and people have been very generous.
Awesome. So we want to keep him busy. So again, reminder, that number, 250-492-0295, and that will, you might get to talk to this man right here. So you're going to go back to the phone, but you talked about the importance of a community and people that are so connected over the years.
Yeah.
And that's why our next guest is really important, because he's also very connected to this group. And when we run late, he might be the reason that we can maybe drag it out. So we're going to call Wayne on right now, and we're going to wish you the absolute best tonight.
Thank you, Chad. And thank you for your commitment to OSNS and being on the board and all you do with the telethon. You have been fantastic up here. The energy that you have for these 3 hours is outstanding. And then all the pre-work that happens. And so we can't say enough about this man.
Well,
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Have a great night. Wayne, come on in.
Hi, Chad.
How are you?
This is a great highlight of the year.
Is it? That's awesome. Now, this gentleman is working in that back room with Shaw, organizing this whole event, and you've been instrumental for years involved with OSNS. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, through my 40-year career with Shaw, I'm now retired. I come back as a volunteer, of course, because the OSNS is so terrific. In the early days of the OSNS Center, they came to Shaw TV Community Access channel and said, we need money. I know, a brilliant idea. Let's have a telethon. So they, this mega event, and each year the fundraising has increased, and each year the community of support is so much bigger all the time, with different community groups coming forward. And then in my own personal family, I've had our two sons each come to the center for physiotherapy. Alex is now like 35 and he's working in interior health, and our other son works in Vancouver, and our grandson was taking speech therapy stuttering at an early age, but they turned that around pretty quick, and now he's in middle school and just doing terrific. So it's just amazing. Sometimes you invest a little bit in a child in the early years, and it just pays off. And another thing I think that's really exciting for me is meeting the people in the community who have come forward, and I say, oh, I recognize you. I think I videoed you when you were a little boy.
Yeah.
And here they are. They're a healthy, happy adult in our community, thanks in part to getting early intervention at the OSNS.
That's wonderful.
It's just terrific.
You are a huge part of us, and again, Manish has always referred to you as kind of the superstar, and so we appreciate all your work here. We're gonna try to close this thing by 7. Try. Yeah.
There's just so many great people to talk to.
I know, that's the problem.
Right,
There's so much happening
so
here. So we will give it a shot, but thank you. Are we introducing a video, or is that video happening? It isn't. Okay, we're moving. We've changed it up. So
bring on the next guest.
We're going to bring on the next. Chris Gibbons from the fire department. Are you here? Hey, Curtis Gibbons. I'm sorry, Curtis. Great job. Hey, I had one job just to get your name right.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. How's it going? We're glad that you are here. You are, on behalf of the Penticton firefighters, your official title, President of the IAFF Local 1399 Penticton Professional Firefighters Union. How does that fit nicely on your business card? Nice, hey, good. Curtis, your team, over the decades, you've been strong supporters of the OSNS, huge supporters of us. And through everything, the Penticton firefighters have always been there supporting kids. So you have a check presentation, I understand.
Absolutely.
All right, let's flip it around and let's do a check presentation with the firefighters. There it is. $500 from our firefighters, huge supporters of us over the years. So talk about why. I'm going to put you on the spot and tell me a little bit why you're involved with OSNS, and I'm going to push this back right up to your mouth.
Well, we appreciate being included in this. I was told that this is 42 years we've been a part of this event, and that we don't even have all of our members who've been alive that long.
Yeah.
So it is very special for us. It's one of our annual donations that we make sure we are able to donate to. We've had lots of family members over the years from the fire department family that have utilized the services that are provided here. And we just know how much of a heart this is in our community, and it holds very dear to us. So we are more than happy to be a part of this and love being invited back every year.
And we will invite you back every year going forward. And someday we'll be like 70 years in, and you guys will already be gone, and someone else will be here, right?
Yeah.
So so let's talk really quickly. I don't have a lot of time yet, but let's talk a little bit about some fire safety tips for Christmas.
Absolutely. Some of the tips that we always talk to our community about is making sure if you've got a live tree, keeping that well and watered so it's not getting dried out. And electrical safety as it comes with lights. We always want to make sure that we're using proper extension cords and making sure that our lights are not frayed or damaged in any way that are going to cause any fire hazards. We're always talking about cooking safety, especially when we've got little ones around. It's always important to make sure we're watching everything that's hot on the stove. And
that's awesome, you guys. Hey, I absolutely appreciate you guys coming out here. On behalf of the OSNS, thank you. Thank you, thank you every year, guys.
Thank you,
All right, have a great evening. I'm going to go to my mailbox now. You guys are going to head off that way, hand the mic off to someone there, and then I will do some more donations. So what we're going to do is Beamer. How you doing, Beamer? Beamer's going to set up here really quickly. I'm going to just slide a little over here. We're going to talk a couple donations. So out of the mailbox, we've had a couple more that have just rolled through. Sharon Austin, $300 donation. Thank you, Sharon. Alan Kerr, $50 donation. Thank you, Alan. Blair Chapman, $100 donation. Again, thank you, Blair. Andrew Teal, $1,000. Andrew, thank you. That was awesome. Some of the donations that are still coming, as Beamer's setting up, Beamer, you give me the thumbs up when you're ready, eh? You're pretty close, aren't you? That's awesome. We can't say enough about Beamer Wigley. He's been a long-time supporter of the OSNS. Beamer actually wrote his first song at the age of 7, took first place at the Star Showdown in Vancouver's P&E at the age of 9, and you haven't really stopped since, have you? Beamer's open for well-known artists such as Dwight Yoakam and continues to work with songwriters in Nashville. His songs have well over 1 million streams on Apple Music and Spotify. Beamer, you were recently in Nashville. I'm not going to get you to talk a ton because we're almost running out of time because your music's what we really want to see, right? And so, Beamer, tell me quickly about the songs you're going to play for us.
Yeah, well, the first one I'm going to sing is off of my second record that I released, which is I wrote with some of my favorite people on the planet, Keith and Adrian Follissé. And we, you know, it was really interesting putting the first record together with them because we were really trying to figure out the sound and what we were wanting for. And we stumbled upon a song called Stars Don't Shine, and we knew it was a perfect fit for the record. So
awesome.
that's
All
the
right.
first one I'm going to play.
I'm going to hand this over to Beamer. You can take your mask off to sing because I'm going to leave now. Without further ado, Beamer Wigley.
Yeah, so as I said, this song is called Stars Don't Shine. I could find a way to you on the darkest night. I swear it's like the moon reflects your light. New Year's Eve in New York City, 4th of July, the same kind of pretty when you're looking through my eyes. It's the candle in the night, even the stars don't shine like you. They fall out of the sky, 'cause they can't burn as bright. I wish I could have seen his face. I bet God smiled that day, said, look what I just made, 'cause the stars don't shine like you. The stars don't shine like you. You can stop a storm with just one kiss. I swear the stairway to heaven's on your lips. They say all that glitters isn't gold. They've never had you to hold. You don't have to try. It's no wonder